guys? How you guys doing this amazing supernatural night? Y'all listen, you are in for a treat. But right quick, y'all already know what to do. Tell me where you call I said calling in from. Tell me where you're tuning in from on tonight and tell me what it sounded like. Sound check, sound check, mic check. Let's do some mic checks right quick, y'all. And as you're coming in, tell me where you're tuning in from on tonight. All right, y'all, let me go to my page right quick and see what's going on. All right. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Can you hear us? Y'all, I'm excited. Now, y'all, listen, I have to admit, this podcast, I believe it was a challenge for me. Because, the other podcasters, I knew them, but this was like, I felt like, is it up my element? So I asked CJ, he said, Mom, do your homework. Mom, research. Mom, and listen, y'all. Then then CJ got the nerve to contact me back. Mom, did you do your homework on Coach King? I said, you ain't give me no questions, CJ, so don't worry about it. I got it. So as you guys are coming in, go ahead and tell me where you're tuning in from. Let me hear what it sounds like. So right quick, run up the ones, run up the ones, run up the ones, run up the ones, and we're going to jump in this podcast on tonight. So y'all notice that I'll switch sides tonight, right? Listen, I think I'm my worst critic, real talk. Because listen, every podcast I'm going back and I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, I'm going to critique me so I know what I need to improve. So now let me switch sides and see what the hair looking like. Y'all listen, see what it's looking like. I'm an A-type personality. We extra. I'm an extrovert. All right, y'all, we got to hop into on tonight because Coach King, y'all ready to see what this drink tastes like. So I'm going to go ahead right quick. Can y'all hear us? Let us know. 1 second, Coach King. 1 second. Coach King said, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I got you. I'm coming. Right quick, can you guys hear us? Let me know if you can hear us. All right. Y'all, I'm going to hop into this bio right quick. Y'all ready? All right. Coach Jarriel King is one of the owners and head trainer at Overdrive Academy. We're going to hop in some tea on that on tonight as well. Jarriel played professional football for the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks of the NFL, as well as the Toronto and y'all, I'm not going to mess that name up. I'm like, he said to me, I'm like, oh, I need you to say that. In the CFL, he played his college football, y'all, at the University of South Carolina as both offense tackle and guard. So y'all know why he's passionate, right? He was a 4-star prospect going into Georgia Military Academy and was ranked 40th best his junior year in college, y'all, with the prospects and rivals. King graduated from North Charleston. Shout out North Charleston High School, where he played in the North-South All-Star game, was the first team All-State lineman, y'all, of the year. And he was named the state's and was named to the state class AAA All Defensive Team. Y'all, come on. You got to give it up for him, right? King was one of the 50th players nationwide picked by USA Today for the Old Spice Red Zone team. In his senior year, y'all, Coach King has been training athletes for more than 7 years, including players at the NFL and the D1 college level. Y'all help me welcome the one and only former NFL player, Coach King. Coach King, thanks for taking this this interview. Amen. It's a blessing that I told my husband, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna take it. I said, I need you to seal his deal. I said, I need you to seal this deal. I need to get this interview with Coach King. So, Coach King, thanks for coming on again with Tea Talk with Prophetess Wise podcast. Thanks for driving all the way. Listen, that shows some love right there, y'all. Amen. Down to Walber to do this interview on tonight. So the tea that we have on tonight, because y'all, Coach King was like, y'all saw he already picked his cup, right? He's like, you talking too much, you're taking too long. I need to get into it. But real talk, we have pomegranate green tea. We also have I would say sea moss, soursop, and I want to say black seed oil, y'all. We have soursop and also what did I say? Elderberry as well. So it was, y'all listen, y'all know I have ladies and I had CJ, right? So I had to literally go out and like, okay, Lord, it has to be a cup. I can't have Coach King up in here sipping from this little teacup. So I had to switch the game up tonight and went out to purchase. So, and I'm like, you know what better way, you're training young athletes, right? So you're like a superstar, a superstar to your family, superstar to them, superstar to us. So that's why I got the Marvel Cup. All right. So, all right, y'all, let's see, y'all. If Coach King he gonna be honest, y'all. He's straightforward now. All right, let's see. All right. I should have a little bit more honey in it, y'all. Nevertheless, she's gonna do what she do. All right, awesome. All right, y'all, listen. Since it's Super Bowl weekend, it was more than important to put on my Dallas. Y'all remember for Pastor anniversary, right? I had green and gold. I'm like, I am not putting on my Dallas Cowboys jersey, y'all, and have green on. Y'all, listen, I had to get the blue, and guess what, y'all? On these nails, I have a star. Listen, we made this year, but we'll be next year. I know what y'all going to say in the comment section. We say that every year. Guess what? Y'all see us. So also, y'all, listen, my table. I brought out my Dallas Cowboys table. Y'all come to the star. Come to the star, Caroline. Come to the star. Y'all, yeah, star. All right, y'all. And I had the eucalyptus to the bottom as well. All right, y'all, we're going to jump into this tea. Coach King is ready. All right, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and do share right now. All right, y'all, so before we get to who is Coach King, who is Jarriel King Sr.? So let's start with that.
Jarriel King Sr. is a dad. He is a coach. He is a Christian man.
Amen.
He is very real.
Amen.
Very real. So
amen.
I'm very simple.
Amen.
I got a lot of words when I'm around my people.
Yes.
Y'all my people.
Yes.
But for the most part, I sit back in the background and
Amen.
Until I feel like it's time to speak.
Amen. So let's talk about the 5-year-old Jared. They call you, because I'm like, why I'm thinking Jared is Jarriel, right? You know, we country, we say, you listen, I'm thinking, why are we saying Jared and it's Jarriel, right?
Jarriel.
So tell me, what was a 5-year-old or 7-year-old Jarriel like?
I'd have to. The best way I can explain myself is how my grandma said it. She said he's not bad, he's just mischievous. I'm not going to look for the wrong thing to do. But
right.
If you leave me alone by myself for long enough, you might find yourself a little disappointed in maybe some things is happening. But
right. So you were a curious kid.
I was a very curious kid. I was outgoing. I grew up with a lot of siblings, my brothers and sisters,
right,
and cousins. So I was always doing something. It was never just sitting in the room by myself. So
got you.
I was always around somebody doing something.
Right. So did football for you started as a kid?
Football for me actually started in 9th grade.
Awesome.
So
freshman year
high school. I never played youth league ball. Coach Chuck always wanted me to play.
Right.
Shout out to Coach Chuck. He's somebody that, man, a lot of these youth league guys, they do great work. Shout out to Skeezer football also.
Right.
They do in Skyfa, but they do a lot of great work with the youth and everything. Coach Chuck always wanted me to play youth football. I never did.
Right.
But he always still just sat there and had my back, mentored me throughout everything in my life, and he still did to this day. So
right. So then what was like the elementary? So what was did you have a nickname in school, like going in elementary?
I didn't get a nickname to high school.
High school,
wow. Like everything kind of came alive for me in high school. I was too busy, figuring things out in elementary and middle school. Elementary school, I was, Shakori Elementary.
Yeah.
I was an Eagle, born and raised and from what they call the Macon.
So that's that in Georgia.
No,
not Macon, Georgia.
No.
Okay,
I ain't Macon, Georgia. The Macon is from about Clement Ave all the way down to Craft and maybe a little bit further, but down there in North Charleston.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got you. But what what? Right quick, I'm gonna kind of jump a little bit. What did name Naughty come from? Because like that. What did Naughty come from? Like, where did we get that from? Like Naughty.
So the best answer I got was, they had Naughty by Nature.
Oh, okay,
Naughty by Nature.
gotcha.
So you kind of it's kind of a play on words in both senses, but
Yeah.
down in North Charleston, it's not the nicest place at all times. But you would say that back in the days, it started with Naughty by Nature, and the kind of the kids and the attitude back then was, hey, you were kind of just literally naughty by nature.
That's that's what it come from. Okay.
How we grew up.
Wow. Okay. So was elementary? Were you the kid that if someone picked on someone, you would come to their defense, or were you the bully?
Nah. I couldn't stand a bully. I was the bully's kryptonite. That's what I was. I could not stand seeing someone get picked on, and I was always the biggest person around. And thank God I didn't have that mentality of I'm gonna pick on anybody. But I hated to see people done wrong.
Gotcha.
No matter who you were, where you come from.
So you're always a tall kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny you say that, Coach King, because CJ, oh my God, we went through that with CJ. He was always a bigger kid, and he was always the one who defended everybody.
Right.
And so what did middle school now? Middle school now is different than middle school back then.
Right.
So how was middle school for Jarriel?
Middle school was I think it was probably the time that shaped me the most.
Why you say that?
Because well, first off, like I told you, young Jarriel was a little mischievous. Still trying to figure stuff out.
Right.
My mom, she looked into me going to a military magnet.
Gotcha.
It was Norman C2 back then. I think it was in the second year of being military magnet, switching over from Norman C2.
Right.
But she kind of believed it was like a military school. She knew it was a military school, but it wasn't a disciplinary type military school.
Gotcha.
It was just a military magnet school.
Gotcha.
And I went there, and it instilled a lot of core values and inside of me that I need. I didn't even know I needed it, but I needed. I was an ADHD type kid.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was constantly going, constantly thinking, constantly just constant.
Wow. So it's funny you say that, because you look at now and what the system wants to do is like put them on Ritalin, get some medicine on them. So then your mom felt like it wasn't like a behavioral thing. She just wanted you to have more structure.
She wanted me to have structure and some guidance and to get my life together.
So how was it when you first, getting that structure, that getting that in the beginning part?
I still tried to like any kid. Yeah, I tried like any kid. I tried to say like, all right, I'm here, but I'm gonna still, have my way.
Right.
And kind of slowly but surely it was showing to me like, hey, you're gonna do it our way. It's gonna be you're gonna have to do things the right way.
Right.
And
one moment where that light come on, like, you know what, I can't fight. I gotta like really like shift a little bit. As that being in that school, military school.
But I'll share a little story with you.
Okay, awesome. Y'all listen, y'all know when we get tea, we cross our legs, y'all.
You cross, yeah. I'm
I know you can't cross your leg, y'all, but I'm listen, y'all. Listen, you just tune in with Tea Talk with Prophetess. Why? And y'all listen, Coach King is dropping some tea.
But it's nothing too terrible. But at the same time, I had a Sergeant Peoples. All right, and she was one of those ones that she's tough on you,
right?
But that's her way of showing her love. And also she's military. But and she was just being Sergeant Peoples.
Yeah.
And she was going down the stairs, carrying the class down the stairs to go do something, maybe for a lunch or PE or something like that.
Yeah.
And one of my classmates was walking with me, and I'm at the back of the line and I just waited just to be defiant. I just waited till everybody went, just so I could have a gap in between. So I can prove I'm not doing what you told me to do. You want me to be in this line. I'm in the line, but I'm way in the back with a little space in between us two.
Right.
And then one of the kids walking by, and I mentioned something to the kid. I said, man, dude, I just shoot her with an M16 rifle.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not knowing what I'm saying as a kid, but I've said it. And the kid said, I said it to her, or said it to someone else, and eventually it got to her.
Right.
Next thing you know, I'm suspended for 5 days, and now mama and daddy got to come to the school, and they got to basically talk to the commandant about my behavior, and my that was a threat. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm a kid. I'm just saying doing anything.
Right.
And little did I know that's a threat. And they take that stuff seriously.
Right.
So it was captain at the time, Captain Dawson. He said to my mom, he's like, I don't know what it is about this kid,
right?
but he's something about him. He's
My God,
special. There's something about him.
right?
And he had all rights to expel me. He could have gotten rid of me, write me off, and say, boom, he gone.
Right.
But he decided to just suspend me, and keep a close eye on me, and just keep me a part of things. And I thank God for him. I thank God that he had that discernment in him to kind of see me as worthy.
Got you.
So at that point, it really was the point that I kind of straightened up more.
Got you.
And just I couldn't get any more trouble at that point anyway.
Right.
So and I come from a household where we don't spare the rod.
Yeah. So when you got home that day when mom and dad got that news about what you said, and you really didn't know what you're saying, what was that? What was that like?
I can't remember too much, but I can bank on it. There was some action going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that kind of action going on. And my mom wasn't, not a abusive mom.
Right.
But when we act out, and we had mom, we had Uncle Andre, God rest my man's soul.
Yeah.
Uncle Andre, and I had some older brothers who, hey, you get out of line, you go left, we get you right.
Right. So how many siblings, including you, did your parents, have in household?
My dad has 3 other siblings outside of the household. That and in the household, it was my oldest brother Jason. He's Pastor King now. Pastor King. Shout out to Pastor King. Yes, Noah's Ark Missionary Baptist Church down there.
All right now.
In Ackerby. And then I got my other brother Gerard, Jamal. He's my other older brother. I am the baby boy.
Oh wow, okay.
And then it was my younger sister Kendra.
Got you.
So yeah.
All right, awesome. Shout out, amen, for the upbringing. Amen. Your parents instill into your siblings and yourself. Amen. So we're gonna hop on in to high school. All right. So now high school now. So who is that Jarriel going into high school? That's where you got the nickname, right?
That's when I got Big King.
Oh, Big King.
That's when I turned into Big King. That's when that's when Big King came about. And, it was football, actually,
Because freshman year, you said,
that's when I started playing. One of my best friends, Jarriel Admore.
Yeah.
He was on the football team.
Yeah.
And I remember him going to football practice. When he came back one time, he was like, man, I just came back from football practice. You should come out. He's like, you should come out. You should come and try out for the team and just come play, man. We have fun. And that's all I was ever doing was having fun. I came out and tried out, made the team. Around that time, it's kind of like not necessarily a tryout, but hey, if you want to play, hey, come on, we need bodies on the team. So I went and I played football, and we see how that turned out.
Right.
But
So when you got onto the field, so they move you around to say, like, let me try more defense, let me try more offense.
I was unbelievably, I was not the biggest kid out there. You had some big boys out there.
Right.
And those boys, they already were set in their positions, and everything. So I came in on JV, and very short. I think maybe after the 5th, 6th game, they realized like, oh, this ain't just a big body. Oh, he a man. Like, he a man out here. So I started on JV and on varsity from the 9th grade. And I stayed on the line. I played a little bit of linebacker, but I like putting my hand in that dirt and getting down with the
getting down in it.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, you tune in with Tea Talk with Prophetess. Why, y'all? I have Coach King in the building, y'all. Former NFL player. We want to hop into some tea of what's going on. Listen, y'all, I got some good questions, y'all. All right. No, go ahead, Coach King. Y'all listen, Coach King is giving his honest review on the tea.
I can taste the medical side of it a little.
Yeah.
And I can still taste the like, all right, we can sit back and relax and sip this tea side. I like it.
Yes. I told you, I promise I don't be spiking these tea, y'all. Real talk. I'm not spiking the teas. I do have the hibiscus in it as well. I forgot about that hibiscus. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump in. Now, you said high school, you went in freshman year, known as Big King. But when in high school that moment hit, like, this kid is going somewhere? When did you realize, like, you know what, like I can go somewhere in this thing?
You mean tell you the truth?
Yes.
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Wow.
I was really just having fun.
Just having fun.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I never knew anything about college football, for that matter.
Right.
No one in my family really. So my
Right.
uncles maybe had done some
Right.
kind of technical school or something like my
Right.
auntie, but I didn't have that to look up to. I didn't have
Right.
anyone in school
Right.
doing this and doing that. I kind of just was having fun playing football, and
Wow.
I would say that it wasn't until my it was Miss Pavlisco. Miss Pavlisco, my English teacher, I was getting recruited by a lot of schools, all the D1 schools, you name them. I had a letter from them. My mama still got all those letters in her closet
to this day.
To this day.
Wow. So
yes.
what are some schools like wanted Big King?
Alabama, Tennessee, Oregon, USC over there in California, Texas, Clemson. I mean, you name them, they wanted me there.
So what made you, I know we about to hop over a little bit, what made you pick USC instead of Clemson?
My mama.
Your mom.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It was just it came down. Well, first off, the garnet and black, you can't talk that.
Yeah,
I love the colors and the uniforms.
Yeah, it's nice now.
It's a home school.
Yeah.
And I wanted my mom to be able to always come see me play, because that lady going through everything she was going through with her physical and everything.
Right.
My mama never missed a football game.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
My mama ain't missed no game.
Wow. So she was just right there.
Oh yeah.
So do y'all actually, because I asked CJ this question, do y'all actually hear the parents move like me? Yeah. I'm like, big country, move something. Do y'all hear us like out your moms? And
I don't remember really hearing too much.
Right.
When I'm in the game, I'm in the game.
In the game.
I played I played at University of South Carolina with all that beautiful crowd out there.
Yeah.
And as loud as they are,
yeah.
When the ball's down on I'm not hearing nothing. I can see the man in front of me and what's going on.
So you go in the zone.
I go in the zone.
Wow. Yeah. So what that zone look like? Like I'm on the field.
So I tell you my mentality. When I get in that zone, whoever came to watch you play will respect me after the game.
Y'all, he really trained CJ, because I hear him say, CJ say that they're gonna respect me.
Yeah, they're gonna respect me after the game. If your kids came to see you, they might look at me and go, "Daddy."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my goal. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I'm a very fun-loving, gentle, kind guy.
Yeah.
When helmet comes on, all bets off.
That's it.
Don't get them away.
It is funny, because Coach King, and I use CJ as an example, because around the house, he's very soft-spoken, and he's very humble, laid back. But then when he go on the field, like something like turns on, ain't no laid back.
It has to be a switch that flips. A lot of kids, they don't get it, but when they do get it, it's like, gotcha. Because when you're down, you gotta think about the game. Football is not a sport that you can just show up and play.
Gotcha.
That's what the problem is, honestly, with a lot of the kids and a lot of coaches these days.
Right.
Is they don't really get the kids truly prepared.
And you know what? It's funny you said it, because I have some good questions, and I went on your page. As well, and congratulations with your son. Amen.
Thank you.
And you guys did a great job. You and your wife did a great job with him.
Thank you.
And so I saw the picture. I saw them going to school, but I saw a question that you put, and the question that you put was, you said, why is it linemen are expected to perform so well with no training or real coaching?
Bothers me.
I know I'm skipping y'all. I know I'm skipping y'all, but listen, y'all.
Right.
So when you post that, like, what was going on that moment, and I know you wrote it out, in question form, but now it says you're on T-Top with Prophetess. Why? If you can say what is your passion, what was going on when you made that statement?
It just is. I like common sense. When you want to talk about that common sense, all right. No one will disagree with this.
Yeah.
And I know the chat's listening right now.
Yeah,
y'all can chime in right now. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. When it comes to football, the offensive line and the defensive line, they're the heartbeat. They are the most important parts of the team.
Yeah.
But if you actually look at it, they don't have the as much resources and as much love, as much attention as any other position.
You're right, because it's like they don't get that attention. Because I didn't understand that, Coach King, at first. CJ played football since he was 5. He went into this thing, love, passion, and now when I'm going to the games, I didn't get much, elementary, much middle school, But then I get to high school and I see how the quarterback and all, and I'm looking like because I learned a term, y'all. Because I'm a trench mom.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all listen. I tell you, I came prepared a little bit. I'm a trench mom.
That's the term, right? The trench mom. And we and I love taking care of my trench babies.
Yeah.
That's what we call them. Trench babies down there.
Yeah.
And, it's not a lot of love for it. There's lineman training all over the world, all over. I'll say America.
Right.
There's and I'm not even just sticking to just here.
Right.
Let's get all over with it right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's lineman training all over.
Right.
But you very seldomly see the place packed. You very seldomly see the trainings like week by week,
right.
Kids just all in there working. And I always wondered why.
How about actually, why is that?
I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna be real. I think and when I post that same post,
yes,
there's a guy that responded and he was like, man, that's been going on for eons now. It's that's just how it is. It's just,
right.
And I don't know how that is a thing when you got 300+ pound guys smacking into each other, but you don't want to train your son on how to protect himself.
Right.
If I hit your kid right now, it is over.
It's over.
But if he has the proper training and he has the understanding on how to do his job and perform those functions, he can not only protect himself better, but he can perform better.
So I want you looking at camera right there, Coach King. I know y'all we in the heat of the tea now. I want you looking at camera right now. I want you to talk, because I believe as the parents, it's our responsibility. If the school's not going to get it, and this is one thing we had to do. We had to step out to get that extra training.
Yes.
We had to hop out the mindset. They don't get all this. So look in the camera, talk to the parent, and
I'll tell the parents right now. I'll tell them I'm right here.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell all the parents right now. Ain't nothing wrong with playing football. Extensive times after the regular football season. But once that season is over, you need to have your kids in off-season training. Off-season training. If your kid is playing football year long, that is they're a year wrong. That's why I always say, if you're playing year long, that's a year wrong. You cannot get better just playing. And a lot of these kids are playing at a young age, and they're just going. A lot of coaches are responsible for this, and I hold coaches accountable too. I'm a coach. Yeah. Shout out to Pinewood Panthers.
Come on now, listen.
State champions this year.
Put that picture up right quick to give Pinewood Academy a shout out. We got that picture there. I saw that.
State champions this year, and everything was coming from the offensive defensive line. Offensive defensive line doesn't do their job, then things honestly don't happen. If your son is a wide receiver, right? Yeah. Your son makes all the spectacular catches and he got all the yards and he getting the touchdown dances and well, what if the line don't block for the quarterback?
Now that's the thing right there, Coach King. Because I had an issue being a trench mom in the stands, and I'm hearing y'all got a block, y'all got a block, and I'm looking like Coach King. Your son need to follow the block.
There you go. There you go. A lot of times you got running backs. They run, and like I said, there's nothing against these great running. We got awesome running backs out here. Awesome. I'm not taking anything away from the skill positions, because those guys work too. Now, I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying that they don't deserve the the love and admiration that they do get. But my thing is, hey, they're not the only ones on the field. And I think about offensive linemen. Think about the position. Chat. Again, here's one for you. Tell me another position in sports where your sole job is to protect someone else. We protect someone else. There's not another position in any sport where you protect someone else. You might have a goalie that protects the goal, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, that's what the defense does. Defense protect the end zone, right? But you don't ever have you're not going to find another position in sports where their job is to work together as a unit to protect someone else.
You're right. And that's what O-line does.
That's what the O-line does. D-line is the opposite. They go get them. They go get them. They go get them. So, if you're a trench mom, you need to have your babies, in training. And if you are a quarterback's mom, a running back's mom, a wide receiver's mom, you need to be investing in your line, because your baby does better when they have the best training on the line. That quarterback, he stays healthy. Because he's not getting hit every 2 plays. How many times y'all watch a game? You got a great quarterback back there. The kid's a stud. But he's running left, running right, going this way. He got to do all this. Oh, he is awesome. Well, guess what? He is awesome. He's athletic. But he can't really show y'all how awesome he is because he's got to run. If he could sit in that pocket and throw the ball, that's ideal. That's what you want. So when you see that quarterback running around, oh, this team is great. No, they're not. They suck. The quarterback's just a good player. He's a good athlete, and he's making up for the fact that the line is trash.
Wow. So being experienced and you see this, do you like, because like, for instance, like, you know, me being an naturopath doctor, and some things I see like, okay, I know they ain't right. They make it look like it's right, but it ain't right.
But it ain't right. And
so how do you just sit back and like, you like, we can't save everybody.
Oh man, listen, in my household, we know line play. If you in my house, you already know we talk line talk, and we able to see what's really going on.
Right,
when I watch the game, I tell people it really gets exciting when you know what's actually going on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of parents who out there watching and screaming and yelling.
Don't know.
But you yelling for your baby. I promise you would watch and then understand a whole lot more if you understood the line.
That's right.
How did the running back get? You see the running back going and he breaking all these tackles and stuff. That's cool breaking tackles, but if you got to break 3 tackles before you pass 5 yards, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. That means that your line didn't open up the lane for you to run. And that running back is probably very elusive, very strong. Like I said, nothing away from those guys because they work too.
They work too.
You know, and thank God some of them do work hard or you will see just stop in the backfield, fumble, injury, you know, and nobody wants to watch that. No, that's not entertaining.
No, it's not. It's not.
And I've seen football teams where they got a star player on the team and their whole offense says, give him the ball.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Give him the ball.
Pass the ball.
Kid gets hit every single play.
Yeah.
You put him at wide receiver. You try to throw him the ball. You try to throw it short. You try to throw it long. The team knows you're going to him because you don't have anything else established with your team.
Wow.
Or they take him from wide receiver. They move him to quarterback. Now he's taking the ball. The other kid's just going to rush him. They put him at running back. They don't care about the wide receivers because they know you're not throwing them the ball. You're going to go to this kid back here. Now what everybody do? They bring him in closer. And now they're smacking that kid in the backfield. And I had a kid like that. I trained and I came to see him play. And that was the worst thing I saw.
Wow.
But I had to just watch him not be used properly.
Right.
And he had to basically carry the team. And a lot of times you got kids out here who are so good that they make the coaches look good.
Wow.
The coach ain't really coaching.
Coach ain't coaching.
You got a good team. You got a star team.
Wow.
You don't know a dang on thing about football.
Wow.
You don't know how to adjust. You don't know how to develop.
Yeah.
You just got some good players. You talk the right talk.
Yeah.
You got a little swag and you make them see the little
yeah.
Thing you know, the kids doing all the work. Coach just sitting there reaping the benefits.
Yeah. Wow. So what do you, as a coach, when you see parents and hear parents on the sideline trying to coach the kids, and you guys are actually, well, I know, you know, in times past, and you see the parents on the sideline coaching the kids, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, I feel like the more you understand, the more you can keep yourself calm and together. I understand that you don't understand.
Say it again, Coach King.
I understand.
Look in the camera and tell.
I understand that you don't understand. So I'm not going to get mad at you. Why would I get mad at ignorant?
Yeah.
And it's not a bad type of ignorance. Ignorant literally means you just don't know.
Just don't know.
So if you don't know what you're looking at, you don't really know what you're saying. Now once I tell you and you still do the same thing, now that's different.
Right.
That's different.
So have you ever gotten in times past parents where they get upset because their kid is not being played? You guys are not putting them out there, but in the back of you guys' mind, you see, I know they wasn't producing in practice or wasn't coming to practice.
That is a heck of a statement right there, because a lot of these parents, they don't want to hear it, but your baby ain't ready for the field.
Yeah.
Just because he on the team don't mean he need to play.
So have you ever had to tell a parent?
I've told parents that in training. I don't coach that way. If your kid, if I don't, for one, as a coach, my number one thing is your kid's safety.
Gotcha.
It's not my wins. It's not my ego.
Gotcha.
It's my play.
Say that again. You said not your ego.
It's not my ego. It's not the wins, and it's not the ego. Because my thing is, as a man, I'm me. You either like me or you don't. Either which way, everybody under my roof love me. You feel me? So
I know that's right.
That's all I'm worried about.
Right.
So nothing bothers me on there. And the win's gonna come. The loss is gonna come. So we don't worry about that. When you worry about wins and losers, you got some losses. I'm sorry, you got some stuff going on up here, and that's for you to figure out.
Right.
You worry about developing your team and worrying about building a family. Like I said, I don't like to say football team around where I'm at. We said we got a football family.
So that's why I've seen when CJ, when he comes to me, always weird with him. He got a bunch of the jersey and it's a brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood. I taught the guys that I played with from high school, college, all-star games, pro. I talk to them still to this day. And some of those guys, we can call each other up, man, I'm going through a bad time right now. Hey, boy, what's going on? I'm gonna put everything I got going on. Talk to me. Talk to me. What's up, bro?
Wow.
You know, it's like that.
So it's a brotherhood. So not a team, it's a family. Wow. So have you ever had to like coach a kid or train a kid where their dad wasn't there in their life?
Yes. I'll tell you another funny thing too. Yes, I have had to coach a kid with a dad wasn't there. And you know, when I recognize that, I don't try to be the dad.
Gotcha.
I just make sure I'm a very strong influence in that kid's life.
That's it.
As I do all of them. But I understand some of them, like a step parent. You got stepdads who, hey, the kid has no male presence in their life. The daddy don't want to be there. Right. So I don't mind stepping up and hey, but if your dad is there and active, you know, I know that I don't have to be as, you know, parental as to say, because you got a male figure. You know, he's just not under the same roof, but he's still active. He's still there. Same thing with being, you know, with coaching kids like that. That leads me to say, you know, it bothers me to see a whole lot of these mamas always being the ones showing up to practices. And then what did that? That's a man's sport. I'm gonna challenge all the men.
Come on,
take your son to practice.
Coach King
go to your son game. There ain't nothing wrong. Listen. I came up with a one-parent household. All right. My mama was always I always was a daddy's boy. Now I don't knock my daddy. I don't try to talk bad about him or nothing like that. You know, he's not he wasn't always there. He was in and out. He was there when he was there. I still love him. I still thank God for him. You know, but ain't nothing would have made me feel better than to see my dad there more times. You see what I'm saying? Rather you got work or you got, you know, I understand the ones that work. They work. You know, they can't. Hey,
we take off everything else, Coach King.
I understand that too. And that's why I say, you know what? I understand, but hey, the women do it. The women do it. You know, I try to be there for all my kids. And my son got stuff going on. I make sure I'm there. I make sure I'm there, you know? And it does the world for those kids to see their parents, to see support in the stands. They don't really have to just be the parent. It's just support. You know, that means that you don't know what that would do for them kids when they're growing up and just coming along.
They remember.
They remember.
Like you shout out some, you know, people along your path, you know, teachers, you know, coaches, and kids remember. They remember that mom. They're looking for mom in the stands, but they want dad.
Oh, they remember who was there. They remember who was there. Now the funny thing about it that I was going to bring up, and what can we talk about? What can't we talk about?
We can talk. Listen, Coach King, we can talk about anything.
All right, then I'm gonna break into it. Then
listen, y'all. Let me cross my feet. We're gonna pay some bills right quick, Coach King. Don't forget that thought now. Blessings, y'all. Listen, my producer had my guest like this, y'all. Listen, he had to get comfortable, so he had to adjust the mic adjustment, y'all. So right quick, y'all, we're gonna hop into Coach King is about to say, but we're gonna pay some bills right quick, y'all. Yeah, y'all, let's pay some bills right quick. So y'all, listen, we have, y'all. I'm listen, y'all. I put the phone down, and everything, because I'm like, this is some good tea, y'all. This is some good football tea tonight. Right before the Super Bowl. All right, y'all. Let's jump into this right quick, y'all. Awesome. We have Takima Bowers, y'all. Listen, y'all. This young lady doing her thing out here, y'all. So right quick, y'all. Takima, we know she had the play that's coming up. Speaking of the play, y'all, what kind of man is this? Y'all, we have tickets on tonight. I know I had, I think 3 tickets to give away from last podcast, but tonight we have about 3 or 4 more tickets to give away. Y'all, so right quick, how do you qualify? Share this live. Yeah, y'all. Comment, interact. What I mean with comment. Y'all listen and like this page. We're live on YouTube. We're live, y'all, on TikTok with Prophetess Wise Podcast. We're live on my main page. And also Instagram will be uploaded on Monday, y'all. So I'll be looking. Share it like 7 times. 7 times. I love the number 7, y'all. Completion. All right, y'all. So also Takima Bowers, y'all, she got here of Takima Bowers Agency. Join our team, Dream Team. So reach out to her at 404-450-8043. Y'all listen, you want to make a positive impact, growth opportunities, flexible schedule. Everybody want a flexible schedule, y'all. And y'all, this is the highlight part. Be your own boss. Who don't want to be their own boss? Be your own boss and unlimited potential earnings. So reach out to Takima Bowers Agency as well. Y'all, next we have Myra Allen. Yeah, y'all, she's a credit counseling and repair services, y'all. Some highlighted package. She got package highlight includes credit repair, credit building. I love this part here, y'all. Understanding credit cards, disputing inquiries, and updating your personal information. Next part, understanding the difference between revolving accounts and installment accounts. Let me say that again. Understanding, y'all, the difference between revolving accounts and installment accounts, y'all. Reach out to Myra Allen for credit counseling and repair services, y'all. She's doing her thing out here as well. So, all right, y'all, we're going to hop back in this tea. And I'm gonna cross my leg because it's some good tea right here, y'all. In the natural and what we get now. So, Coach King.
So it was I jumped right into it.
Right on into it.
So it was a time I was training the kid.
Yeah.
And the mom came to me and she kind of sat. I try to talk to all the parents. Any kid that I got, I try to sit down with the parents and try to get a feel for who the kid is, how they are, what kind of background they coming from. So I know how to deal. But my mama taught me you can't. My mama always say I can't raise all y'all the same way. I had to learn. Everybody thought my brothers and my sister thought I was the favorite. My mama literally told me that's not the favorite. He is the one that need the most attention.
Gotcha.
I know I can leave y'all alone. I can't leave him alone.
Gotcha.
But I had a kid come to me for training, and I'm training this kid, got to know the kid, and it snapped to me very quick what kind of kid he was. The mom was kind of say, oh, he be getting in trouble and he be fighting in school. And he always got some mess going on around the neighborhood and blah, blah, blah. I want him to play football so that he can get out of all his trouble and he can have something to, kind of right mentality. You want to get him involved in something so that he could be occupied and be productive. Rather than being in the streets and being a part of all this craziness going on, but one thing mom failed to realize was your son is gay.
Oh,
He don't want to play football. You're pushing him to do that.
So how did you handle that?
I had to tell her.
Yeah, tell her, mom.
I had to kind of sit her down and talk to her and let her know, and the first thing I did was I talked to the kid.
Yeah.
I spoke to him.
Gotcha.
And I they a lot of times they make you feel like you're wrong for touching certain topics and talking. Man, forget all that.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you don't want real, stay away from me.
That's it.
That's not to say I'm always right.
Got you.
But I'm gonna give you what I feel is my truth. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. If I'm offending you, then I will apologize.
Sometimes we got to defend, Coach.
If it's appropriate, I don't apologize if I'm right now. If you offended, I'm right. That's on you.
That's on you.
But no, the kid, I talked to him and he said he likes
so
guys.
You just came right out.
She was getting real. We was talking one time and she kept getting on him while we were talking, like, you needed this and you needed that. And I'm sitting there like, he'll understand you more when you understand him. That's I don't just try to coach football. I like to coach life. I like to talk about life.
Hey, God,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're involved in more real life than you are inside football. You're a real person longer than you're a football player.
That's it.
Or a coach or whatnot.
Right.
But she had to come to understand, like, your son, he only play for the other team. I know.
I understand. No, you're good. You're good.
Lord gonna forgive me.
You good.
My head bad. But and that she didn't get it.
She didn't
She
get it.
didn't get it. And I feel like some parents, they try to force sports on their
Mm.
kids,
So
but
she knew something.
she knew he needed some guidance, but I think she was blind to see
See
that the
that.
kid was just gay.
Right.
He doesn't want to play football. He wants to do other things, It's not he doesn't have that kind of masculinity in
In
him
him.
to do that.
So when you went to her and say, your son, you asked, did you come on and
Well,
ask
she
her?
was shocked. She was shocked at first. She wasn't shocked like, oh my God. She was kind of like, just like, I don't know, but I ain't. Nah, she kind of was in denial a little bit, and I had to look
Right.
at her like, nah, man, stop this. I didn't talk to your boy.
Yeah.
We didn't talk. I talked to him and made sure
Made
that
sure.
this is what's what. And after she kind of realized, now I don't know what she took out of that and how she moved going forward.
Right.
I know they stopped training because
Mhm.
my training was for, I did health and wellness training also,
Right.
but they were there for football training.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I extended that to her saying, hey, you want to
Switch
work
over.
out with him and you want to, train with him and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe y'all can build a bond that way.
There you
But
go.
other than football training is not what he's even going to. I mean, he may work out or whatever, but he's not into it. Even when I see him and I'm asking him to do the things,
Mhm.
his mind, his heart's not there. And
Right.
I'm never going to force a kid.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't need, I'm not doing that. A lot of people will say, well, doesn't matter. She's still paying the fee.
Nah.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that. I
Wow.
want people here that want to be here.
Because you can get hurt like that, right?
You can get hurt bad.
Right.
Concussions is a real thing.
Right.
And those helmets can only protect for so much, but I can't stand it, for parents to put their kids in sports and the kid doesn't want to play. If you spent that time finding out and actually learning your child, you might learn she might be the best accountant.
That's right.
They might be a future pastor in the making.
That's right.
They might be better at drawing and the arts and all and music, but don't force them to play football because you think, oh, well, he ain't no man in his life and I'm a single parent.
Right.
And no, don't do that. Don't push them there because now that kid's going to go there and possibly get teased because football rough.
Right.
All right. It's rough.
So when you say it's rough, that mean like
RUFF is rough.
So what that rough look like?
It look like them kids teasing your boy. Maybe because kids are kids regardless without football. You feel me?
Yeah.
But then when you down there and you getting put on your back 24/7, or you getting ran around, or somebody just bull rushing you, man, they gonna talk. They're gonna talk, man. Get your big sorry behind up, man. And down here in Charleston, it is rough. Capital RUFF. So it's like they tough now, but that's kind of it's not to be like a bully,
right,
or to be someone that's just going to be mean and a-hole, but that's just the nature of the game. Kind of like you kind of gotta be a little rough. You gotta be rough.
Because CJ is something totally different on that field now.
But I tell them, a lot of coaches will say get mean, get angry. And I always tell the kids, no, don't get mean, don't get angry. And I joke with it, but to be real with you, I never have played a game mean or angry.
Wow.
Because I need to remember my plays. I don't want, if I'm mad and angry at you and now I got a vendetta against you, I forgot that it's a pass and now I'm run blocking. Now it's a sack, fumble, something. The other team got something positive going on, and now I'm the reason why that happened. It's all because I'm mean or playing angry. No, you got to play aggressive.
Gotcha.
Aggressive. You don't have to be mean or angry or from the hood to play aggressive. Aggressive is what I teach my kids. So, and aggressive is a certain style. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive is a nice style. Mean and angry is a mentality, I guess. But that's playing mean and angry. That's an emotional thing.
It's emotional.
And I don't want my kids playing emotional. I want them to be intentional.
Say that one more time. Y'all listen now. Y'all gotta credit him now when y'all take that down. That's a quote right there.
I don't want my kids playing emotional. I want them playing intentional. I need you to mean that, because once that emotion wears off, then you back to being just regular old Joe.
Regular.
And it might sound a little crazy, but I tell my kids this also at Pinewood. I say, the difference between a killer and an assassin. You can get emotional. You can kill somebody.
You can kill somebody now.
Now, once you kill that person, that emotion gone, and you all locked up, and you back to being the soft you, the regular you. That's a killer. Killer kills off emotion. An assassin does it because it's his job. That's my job.
That's
So
my
once
job.
I get my target, once I get that job done, on to the
Jesus.
next one. You feel me? Ain't no
Yeah.
emotion behind
No
that. I
emotion
ain't gotta
behind it.
cry. I ain't sobbing over that. I do that because I'm an assassin. That's my job, is
That's
to
my
take
job.
you out. I'm gonna take you
Yeah.
out, and then who's next?
Ah, my God, today. Y'all listen, you've tuned in with Tea Talk with Prophetess. Why? I have a former NFL player, Coach King, in the building. So let's hop. I know we went over to another area. That's fine. So college football.
Right.
What did that look like?
Beautiful.
You still known as Big King?
Big King, one of the boys called me Mufasa.
Oh Lord.
When I was out there, King, he was like, man, I see why they call you King, but you the king of the jungle. I play
Yeah.
defensive end, but I was a big kid,
Right.
but I could run. And
Got you.
I can run with the linebackers, maybe not the wide receivers, maybe
Yeah.
not some of the running backs,
Right.
but I can run with the linebackers. I can
Right.
run with some of the smaller guys.
Right.
And college was beautiful. You know, I went to University of South Carolina, as
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Gamecocks.
Whoop, whoop.
And Coach Spurrier was my coach over there. I
Yeah.
started with Coach Lou Holtz.
Uh-huh.
With Lou Holtz was the one that recruited me.
Got you.
But he was on his last leg of coaching there.
Got you.
And as he left, Coach Spurrier took over.
Got you.
And once Coach Spurrier took over, he decided to keep me a part of his draft class. And you know, it was just history from there. But
Got you.
you know, college was beautiful. The city is beautiful. The school is beautiful. It's even gotten better since we were there, winning all those games. You know, beating Alabama. Alabama was number one at the time, and they had never. I think their quarterback had never lost a game, a regular season game or something like that, even since high school.
Right.
And we handed him that first L. They had Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson. Those are big names, guys. I know who the football people know exactly who those are. I think Julio Jones, he was there. You know, we were star-studded too with Marcus Lattimore. You know, Stephon Gilmore, Alshon Jeffrey. You know, we had Steven Garcia, quarterback over there. Man, I can go on and on, but the names we had, the kids we had over there.
So how was college life though?
College life was real. You know, it as an athlete, it's different from when you're just there.
Got you.
You know, as a regular person, just going to school, class, maybe going to work, but as an athlete, college life is beautiful. But it is what you put in it.
Got you.
You got to put the work in to get something out of it.
Right. So do you have? I know certain times we call CJ. You know, our daughter went to college, of course. She graduated and is now with her master's before that. And then CJ, but you're right, Coach King, it's definitely different because the Daquana had time. You know, she was in IT, cybersecurity. CJ is like his morning started at 4:00.
Yeah. So that and a lot of
meetings. I'm like,
a lot of kids these days don't go to bed till 1, 2. And I'm like, man, you got to be up at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. You were out there running and doing everything in the world before the sun come up.
Yeah.
And that's and you're running, you are lifting, you are probably doing film work, all of that stuff. And that's before you eat breakfast sometimes. That's before you even look at your phone half the time, because most of the time you got to get up and get gone.
That's it. Because when we call him like, yeah, mama, go ahead. You know, we try to get in like, because 8, he got, you know, coming back. And by 10, he in the bed, he's like, me, I'm gonna call y'all back. I'm gonna go get ready for. I'm like, okay. So I can see, you know, to confirm what you just said is different.
It is. It's demanding, but you know, it forces you to grow up. You know, you're not gonna be a grown woman or a grown man about your business. You know, another thing my mom always say: handle your business before your business handle you.
Right.
If you don't want to go to class on time, you don't want to do your work, then you're gonna fail out of school.
Right.
Period. If you don't want to go to them, make the lifts, and that's not even an option. If you don't want to make your lifts and stuff like that, you lose your scholarship.
So, what was your major in college?
Sociology.
Wow.
So I got sociology. I'm probably a couple of classes away from my psychology degree, which I need to go ahead and finish up. And I have my cognate is women's studies, so family studies.
Wow. That's awesome. So that's where some of the passion as well come from.
Yes.
Right. Awesome. So now what happened to that day when the draft came? Did you know, like, I'm gonna go next level?
I didn't know what was going to happen.
Still in college.
So in college, I should have left, honestly. If I was going for the money, which I probably should have left early, but I'm glad I didn't. I would have left my junior year. My junior year was the year that I was like, oh my God, big stuff, you know? But you know, come to find out, you know, I wasn't going to get drafted regardless because I had a heart condition. I had 2 heart surgeries.
Wow.
I had cardiac ablation. Yes. So that's why I say, hey, it's a beautiful thing when you're on the college insurance. because them 2 heart surgeries. Shout out to Dr. Stacy and Dr. Guy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Guy. And they did beautiful work on me to correct the stuff that was going on with the arteries in my heart. I was still able to play more football. I had one doctor actually tell me in Georgia when I was at Georgia military for a year.
Yeah.
I had one doctor tell me, hey, you have cardiac ischemia. That means that you cannot play any more football. You could drop dead and you be gone today.
Yeah.
I cried my heart out. I was hurt.
You cried about that or cried because you didn't play football no more?
I cried for both. I think I had this eye cry for football, this eye cry for me. I was hurting.
Oh my God.
But then I had to get another opinion after that. And it was a journey. It was a journey, man, with football in general. And
that's the part, Coach King. People don't realize that, it's a song actually about David. Well, actually is a coat of many color. And actually with Joe, and they said you can't look was Uncle Reese. He said you can't take the good without the bad.
There you go.
And we don't understand that in life we're gonna have tests, but that test is really hard. Show what's really in us. So then now you get that report from one doctor saying you're not gonna be able to play football or nothing. And now you said one eye is crying about football and the other eye is crying about what's going to happen.
My personal health.
Yeah. So then now what did Big King? What do Big King do then?
What Big King always does and push forward. I don't know how to take a L and just stay right there. I gotta keep pushing.
So you were the one that said, I want a second opinion. Or your coaches?
Me and Mama, really, my family. And we got a second opinion with the doctors over there at University of South Carolina. Because the thing about it is I was already signed to University of South Carolina before I went to junior college. See, I kind of was a little knucklehead in one of my classes, and I couldn't get the GPA and my test scores to match up, so I had to do junior college. I really didn't even need the whole 2 years of junior college. I really just needed a semester, but it doesn't work like that. So I had to do what I had to do. And then the coach was like, hey, well, we're gonna let you come, want you to come see our doctors. So I went to see their doctors, and they said, okay, this is what it is. And I got it taken care of, and I kept playing ball. Right.
And something you said, because I know I see it a lot. And I know it's all over where the kid, they're a great athlete, but then now they GPA. And now I noticed that some kids, when they have to go to a junior college, a college like, they don't want to go to, some of them usually that's like, oh, well.
Man, that's
they can't hold on.
And back in my day, it was 2 years off your eligibility. Now, if you go to junior college, you can still get those 4 years of eligibility when you go play. Wow. So I would say to all the kids,
if you can look in that camera right there and tell that kid who's great athlete, but then GPA ain't GPA.
First off, it's called student athlete for a reason. You'll never hear nobody say athlete student. You'll never hear nobody say you're a good athlete student. You're
talking right, Coach.
It don't even sound right. They're like it's student athlete for a reason, because if you don't handle your business in that classroom and you out here being stupid in the streets, ain't nobody gonna want you. You can be the best talent around here smoking, man, but if you don't know how to act, if you don't know how to walk that walk, talk that talk, and handle your business, ain't nobody gonna want you. They might try you. They may try to say, hey, I want to see if I can be the one to help him get right. And that'll be the lucky team to get that star athlete with the bad attitude. If I can just, get you in here and get you to, shape up the right way. Right. Cool. But for the most part, man, they know what's up with you, and they waiting on you to make that wrong move to say, hey, all right, you out of here. Because just as bad, just as good an athlete you are, there's so many other ones coming up right behind you. And to be honest with you, you can't see them all. So a coach might think that you the best running back in the doggone in the state. And the next thing you know, you got a crap attitude. You're a crap teammate. You just, oh my gosh. And then they realize like, I just pass up with you because you're probably going to come here, try to do it your way, or be a cancer in the locker room. And then I got to do, no, I'm good. Nah, let me go over there. Let somebody else deal with you. I'll get old boy over here because he's coachable.
Hey,
he's coachable. He got a good, Coach Staley said, they say, how do you, kind of pick your kids? Coach Staley say, I want to find the kid that listens to their mama. Oh, daddy. Because if you're going to listen to your parents,
yes, good.
It's going to be easy if you listen to me. If you don't listen to your mom and your dad, shit. You ain't about to waste my time messing with you. I got a real program to head around.
I know that's right.
Time messing with you.
My God, so that's a real thing.
That's real. You think it ain't?
You don't care how good you. If you ain't coachable,
go try it. There's some now. I'll
Mm.
be real with you. There
Yeah.
are some players out here, man. They just so dang on good. And a lot of them coaches don't care. They be like, man,
Man,
listen,
I
man,
can't do
just
that.
try to get along with everybody else. Try to
Yeah.
do this. Try to do that.
Yeah.
But you really gotta be a special talent for them to try to bank on you like that. Yeah,
Wow.
I try to tell man, there's nothing wrong with being a good teammate.
Yeah.
Why is it hard to be selfless? Because
Mm.
last time I checked, when you focus on them, all they're gonna do is focus on you anyway.
Why? Because I remember CJ freshman year of college, he was red shirt.
Mhm.
And we come down, everybody has had to meet us. The coach had to meet us. Like we had to see who the parents is to this kid.
Oh yeah,
Because even though they don't understand red shirt don't mean you still gotta practice.
Yeah.
You still gotta show up.
oh yeah.
And they're like, he was encouraging them. It was still a team,
That's
making
right.
making them better for the game.
That's right.
And-
Everybody has to play their role. That's the
Yeah.
thing about it. If you ever want to be a leader, you must learn to follow.
And
You
that's
gotta
it.
learn to follow because once you learn how to follow, you learn how to lead. And once you get in that leadership role,
Yeah.
you can stay in that role because
Right.
you know how to help those under you.
Right.
But there's a lot of people, even inside, you can take a warehouse worker that was just given a supervisor position.
Yeah, yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
Because you never knew how to follow. You never knew
follow.
how to do the little things. Well, you
Mm.
got to learn how to. That's why I like places like I think it's not Walmart, but Waffle House,
Yeah.
and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
If you want to be a manager,
Yeah.
you got to know how to work. You got to work the cashier first.
Yeah.
You got to know how to flip the burger. You got to know how to do the
Mhm.
fry.
That's
You got to
it.
know how to do all this stuff because if somebody don't come in, I need you to still keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you just been put in that position
Mhm.
by nepotism or whatever the
Yeah,
case may
yeah,
be,
yeah.
then somebody to call out and you over there running up the doggone food.
You're right, and because even in ministry, before we got ordained as leaders, we had to mop the floor, we had to clean the bathroom, we had to do praise and worship, we had to teach Sunday school, teach Christian education. We had to do all of it, but now everybody just want to go preach.
That's right.
And understand it's a training ground.
Yes.
It's a training ground. So then now I know this has happened, just by seeing CJ in his college years, where some athletes, they're awesome athlete in high school. They're the star players. What I mean, they're the star player, but when they get to college, everybody that got some.
Well, you gotta understand when you get to college, everybody was a star player where they was at.
Yeah, high school.
You got some people that was a star player at a small school.
Yes.
You got some people who was a star player at a big school.
Yeah.
Where we got 200 people. Some schools, when you want to be on the football team, you just go out there and you're on the team.
Yeah.
Some schools you got to make the team.
Yeah.
So in other words, you got to at least be a certain level of good in order for us to say, okay, we're going to give you a jersey.
Right.
So
right. So something happened. I remember we dropped CG off, and we stayed there. We stayed the weekend, and we came back, and I'm like, and kids are coming back. They went out for the meeting, and they went out and played on the field. And to me, it was like, what in the world really is this going on? What happened was some of the kids were a star in high school, but when they got down to the actual college football, they noticed that there's other stars from high school, and they couldn't deal with it, Coach King, and they left. They left, and then one parent was like, "Oh, it's okay. You just go back home." And I'm like, literally, you came all the way from where we came from, the top of Tennessee. Listen, I'm dropping you off. You got to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not teaching.
But I'm like, but it was a real thing because they couldn't compete. Or I see they're not coming back the next semester because they realize, like, listen, and going back to their home team.
You got to earn it. That's in a nutshell.
In their neighborhood.
In a nutshell, you got to earn it. It's not going to be given to you, and if it is, you probably ain't going to keep it long. You got to earn it. I shout out North Carolina, University of North Carolina, Charlotte. All right. You saw we just went there. We just went there. And the thing that got me the most was the segment where they had 5 kids on the panel. So you walk in the room and the 5 kids out there, they're already on the team. They've been there. Some of them maybe a freshman, maybe a 5th, 6th year guy. But you got 5 kids on the team. And I asked the question, what was one of the most adverse moments that they've had?
Yeah.
And about 3, 4 out of the 5 said not playing. And they said when they got there, they wanted to play. They were not playing, and they just knew, like, hey, I'm gonna be the wide receiver up. But they never got to play that season. And the kids all said I had to learn how to accept one that I'm not going to be playing.
Wow.
And it's not because I'm terrible.
Right.
That's just the way things is right now.
Right.
You know, there's a guy, the guy in front of me actually is good.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
and I gotta one, if I want to play right now in front of the guy that's actually good,
yeah.
I gotta get better.
Gotta get better.
So a lot of those kids said, I took that time to get better. Instead of me whining and crying and complaining about it, guess what? I hit the books real hard.
Yeah.
I hit the weight room real hard. I made sure I knew all my plays.
Right.
Because when you get to college, the playbooks like that.
Yeah, because listen, we went to CJ dorm, and he know I love, he know I love taking pictures, whatever. And he knew he said, Mom, you can't take a picture of that. You can't take a picture of that. Yeah, Mom, he said, Mom, he before I'm like. He's like, no,
it's real. It's real with that playbook. I'm telling you.
I was gonna do that. He said, you can't not even come, Mom. You can't. No. And yeah, but you know what's funny? You said about the panel. He let us know after he was one of the ones chosen as well. A this last month or this month to be on the panel. And I'm like, okay, I want to hear like what the panel. So now you kind of confirm what the panel was like. They're like pretty much just giving their experience.
Man, those are some very well-spoken kids out there. It made me so comfortable as a parent.
Yeah.
Say if my son was to decide to go there, I'm like, all right, cool. I know you in good hands because those kids spoke so highly of the program, the coaching staff, the culture, the community, the school. It was beautiful. You know, I'm not saying that everything was perfect.
I understand.
But when I say it was like no regrets.
No regrets.
You know, and they all talked about how they had to wait their turn and work hard until that time came.
Right. So NFL, right? So I know you talked about the surgery and all that stuff. So then what was that experience like, or that day where that Seattle Seahawks?
It was actually the Giants.
Giants
I
first.
tell you, this is something here.
Giants first.
And I before we even get into this part,
go ahead.
I'll tell you, I never knew what, when, or how I would begin to start telling my story about the NFL.
Yeah.
Because things went up and then they went straight down.
Yeah.
All right. So you know, it'll be touchy for me. Y'all got to bear with me on this one when we get into
take
it.
Your time.
But you know, that I was actually just riding around Charleston. I knew I wasn't going. Like I said, I knew I wasn't going to get drafted because of my health. No one's going to take a risk giving millions of dollars to a kid with a heart issue.
Gotcha.
You know, look at DeMar Hamlin. You know who got. You know, I'm not saying anything against him or whatnot, but you know, the guy literally had a cardiac arrest on a football field. That is a scary thing.
Right.
You know, forget football. That's somebody's baby out there.
Yeah.
You know, and his heart stopped.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not what you want. They'll take a risk on me being banged up. They'll take a risk on you having probably 4 fingers. You know, but your heart. Yeah, man. Like, you know, that's
run that ball.
Yeah, we ain't playing with that. That's your life at this point. We talking about, and no team wants to be the team known as the team that the kid died on.
That's right.
Playing
that's
football.
Right. That's right.
Y'all know he had a condition, and y'all still, you know. So it was I know the reason. The biggest thing for them was they wanted to leave it up to me to decide.
Gotcha.
Like, so I decided to go with the New York Giants. I went with the New York Giants, and I was there. I balled out, you know, and then I got injured. I had a hamstring injury, and thank God that honestly I was good enough to where even while injured, the Seattle Seahawks, Pete Carroll, and the Seattle Seahawks, they called me up saying, "Hey, we don't want to just sign you to no injury list. We want to sign you to the active roster," which means I'm gonna get my full check.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Regardless, I'm getting paid now.
Getting paid, right?
I'm getting paid.
Right.
So
how that felt like, you know, coming from, you know, a small town, and now you in the big leagues now.
Oh man,
so
it felt great. It felt great. You know,
so your mom, I know she was proud.
Yeah, my mom was
your family.
Always proud of me. My family was proud. You know, but I got to keep it real.
Yeah.
You know. Just as I didn't know how to handle that kind of success, they didn't know how to handle it either.
So what do you mean by that? And you couldn't handle the success, and they couldn't.
Meaning, as in, they didn't understand that this boy ain't had no money from the jump coming in,
right?
And he needs to save his money. He needs to invest his money.
Right.
He need to get his own life together first before we ask him to pay our mortgage and our light bill and our phone bill and our bill money and our real shit.
So that's a real thing. The minute you cross over.
Listen, I had people, family. Shoot. family. Everybody wanted to know what I'm doing on the weekends, what I got going on. Can we fly out there? All that
Wow.
stuff, man. It was like that. And then, it was like that.
So was there was some of them family to any practice in freshman year of high
Them
school,
boys ain't been to no college
college?
games. A lot of them ain't been to the high school games, and y'all live around the corner. You know what I'm saying? But knowing that I'm the one that made it,
Yeah.
and just me being me,
Yeah.
I want to help. I want to give back. I want to do all these things, but I needed to get me straight first.
So you helped, you had to, did you feel obligated, like I gotta help my
No, I never
community?
felt obligated, but at the same time, that's just me. If I listen, the more I have, the more I'm gonna give. That's just me, and that could be a cancerous thing
Yes,
to
it can
yourself
be.
sometimes
It can
when
be.
you just have a giving heart,
Yeah.
but you don't know how to put a cap on that. Man, that's a bad thing.
Bad thing.
That's a bad thing, and I had to learn how to say no. No, straight like that. Today, not no. I got 7 kids. No.
So then when you got that first check,
I got that first check.
what did we?
Shoot, I think I the first couple of checks I got myself a vehicle,
Yeah.
and I was living in a nice place and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm not a showy
Right, flashy.
materialistic person
Yeah.
already. I
Right,
don't
right.
do all that. But I got myself together, and I ain't got no style, so it ain't like I had Gucci and all that other stuff like that. Shoot, I still was going to the to the like Belks and stuff like that.
Right,
Give me
right.
some clothes. But other than that, I just was living a normal life, just taking care of myself. But man, it was the hands were out. The
Right.
hands were out.
So then now when you're NFL, if it ever came a place where females just coming out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, it was there. That's why I tell the kids that downstairs. I say, man, look here. If that's what you're worrying about clothes,
Yeah.
money, excuse my French, money, clothes. They say money, cars, clothes, and hoes. That's what they say. If that what you worried about, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
That's almost a part of the package. It comes naturally. There was a time a female had honest. I was talking to this one woman, and she was questioning like, "Oh, we ain't slept together yet." That blew my mind. I was sitting here like, well, excuse me, man.
Right.
Like you in your mind, you just like, hold on, we ain't never slept together. And I'm sitting here like, wow, y'all really like this out here.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of females out there who they know you coming up.
Yeah.
Or you already got it, and they coming.
They
coming. It's either they want marriage, they want a baby, or they want to just be a part of the turn up.
Wow.
And as long as you can provide that, you are a priority.
So I want you to look in that camera, because I know this is a podcast, so we're gonna have all types of people watching this. So what do you tell that kid who's at that at that crossover?
Man, I say as soon as you get to the top, step back. Step back and really see things for what it is. Invest in yourself. Make sure you're not getting taken advantage of. And it's hard to understand who's trying to take advantage of you or not, because a lot of times fake can look so real. It can look so real. So, it takes time for you to understand who's real and what's real, and you gotta really dive into that before you dive into the parties and the cars and the clothes and everything and the females. Dive into finding out who and what is real. And
that, Coach King, that can go twofold. That's life period. When you doing a come up.
Right.
I see it so many times in ministry. Where family ain't not there, but the minute you got that breakthrough, minute that is like.
They remind you what they did for you too.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of them will remind you what they did for you. But yeah, man. That's why I say I miss my Uncle Andre so bad.
Yeah.
Uncle Andre always, nephew, I don't want nothing from you. That's your ticket.
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah.
You just make sure I can see you play on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you come down, my uncle ain't wanted nothing from me. He always told me, I don't want what you got. That's what you got. I got mine. I do what I got to do for me. I want you to get yours. And
Yeah. And you said something real could be fake.
It can, yeah. It's like they say the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
that's real. That's real. I mean, you better find God. I'm telling you,
Hey,
that's the best
God.
thing you can do is find God so that he can help you with that discernment. So you can see when them horns popping out because you
Right.
couldn't see it all along. But then when you go down and you drop your knees and you pray, you
Mhm.
thank God first off,
Mhm.
and then you pray to God for understanding, for strength, for resilience, for discernment,
Yeah.
to understand what you need to do,
Yeah.
how you need to move.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing when you get to that point.
That
I
point.
hate that I got to that point late.
I was going to ask you that. What happens when you have it all,
Mhm.
then you lose it. So when you lost it, then everybody did it. Were they still sticking around, or they were gone?
Oh, they were gone, Bo. Man, my phone was always lighting up. My phone was lighting up when everything was good. But I tell you, when they say the crap hit the fans,
Yeah.
man, there was some folks in it, and we can talk about the
Yes,
crap
let's
hitting
talk
the
about
fans.
it.
And that's something that you know, that I had to deal with. I still deal with to this day is the letdown, the shame, the disappointment of me in my career.
So what do
You
you
know,
mean what does that mean for you when you said the shame and the
I
letdown?
and I can, like I said, I don't know no other way but to jump into things when I'm talking.
Got you.
Otherwise,
Jump into it.
if I'm lying, I stutter.
Yeah.
I tell everybody
You ain't
that.
study all night. Stutter all
No,
night.
no, no. When I'm lying, I stutter. I tell
Yeah.
you that now. So that's why my mama told me, "You're a terrible liar." You're a terrible liar. So I said, you know what? Let me just forget this, man. Whatever. I'm gonna say it how it is, and whoever don't like it, I might not just be for you, and I'm cool with that.
It's good.
And
It's
a
good.
lot of people don't know how to not be for everybody,
That's
and I'm
Coach
cool
King.
with not
That's
being for
it.
everybody.
That's
But
it.
I went home, which I advise a lot of kids
Mm-hmm.
to, when you're in a good space, good situation, stay there. Get
Mm-hmm.
situated. Make sure you got you together. I came
Yeah.
home to kind of like celebrate, see
Mm-hmm.
friends, see family after
Mm-hmm.
the season. Got some money in my pocket. I'm a young kid. I want to
Mm-hmm.
hit my city up and do it up a little. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm home, and like I say, a lot of people who weren't there all along came out of the woodworks.
Jesus.
And there was one person in particular, and I don't, I you know, I got, for me, I got to do it. And Shamir Chandler,
Mm-hmm.
that's her name. There was a young lady who wanted money from me any way she could get it.
Mm-hmm.
So what she wanted to do is she made up a nice elaborate plan,
Ooh.
and it involved her trying to say that me and a partner of mine raped her.
Wow.
And a lot of people looked at it at that time like, look what he did. And the people who know me, the people
Yeah.
who know the real,
Yeah.
they looked at it like, look what's happening to him.
Right, right,
You understand? Because I never touched that girl
right,
inappropriately at all.
right.
At all.
You had a Joseph moment.
I had a moment.
You had
Oh
a
yeah.
Joseph moment.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. That messed my career up. That
Ooh.
Shamir Chandler. She took my career from me.
Wow.
All because she wanted money. She
Mm.
wanted what I worked for. She wanted what I bust my butt to get.
Wow.
And even to this day, I gotta still live with that.
Yeah, yeah.
When I can't do certain things that I feel like
Mm.
I should have been able to do,
Yeah.
when I can't provide for my kids the way I should have been able to provide for my kids, when I can't live and give them what they should have had because their dad bust his ass to
Yeah.
get there,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta live with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
live with that. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? When that happened to me, I couldn't get a job anywhere in
Mm.
America. You understand? With those allegations hanging over my head, I couldn't get a job anywhere in America.
Wow.
I had to go leave I got kids to take care of. I had to leave
Mm.
the country. That's
Literally.
how I ended up in Canada.
Literally.
I had nothing. You know how I ended up in Canada?
How?
Let me tell you, because I tell you, when Big King get to the bottom, he
Mm.
rides back to the top.
Come on now. Come
You
on.
understand? My last name King.
King.
My last name is King. That's for a reason.
That's it.
And I had my partner Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie Holmes. They call him Arthur.
Yeah.
And all I had was my mama's
Mm-hmm.
credit card,
Yeah.
and my homeboy. That's what I had.
Mm-hmm.
And I left. It was painful laying in that bed listening to my vehicle being repossessed at my mama's house.
This is the part people don't understand.
Oh, they don't know this.
When you got a testimony.
They don't know this. Oh, they don't know this.
And why your passion.
I ain't never talk about this.
Yeah.
I ain't never really talk about this.
Listen.
I never talked about this. I never got this out. Never really felt comfortable about getting it out. But God led me to God-fearing people. Because I had other people trying to get me to talk about it, but I didn't feel comfortable about it. But I had my mama and I had my partner. I had my stepdad too, Mr.
Right.
Joseph Jenkins. Thank God for him.
Yeah.
I had my, my other people. I don't want to get the name and
I
names,
understand
but
you. Yeah. Yeah.
everybody who was there for me,
Yeah.
they don't need me to name their name.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
talking right.
and I love y'all for it. Y'all shoot me a message later. But
Yeah.
it was a tryout for the CFL in Tennessee,
Mm.
and it was $100 tryout.
Yeah.
And I reached out to the coach, Coach Jones, and coach said, "Man, listen, you just make it here. You ain't gonna
Hey.
worry about paying. Now you just make it here,
Yeah.
So I stayed in. Stayed in shape, got right, and I went to the tryout. But I got the tryout. My mama gave me her credit card. I
Yeah.
was able to rent a car. All right, get a real cheap hotel.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, and I just had to prepare myself to get ready for the next day, which was
Right.
that trial. My partner, he drove me because I don't need to drive up there and perform. He wants me to be
Right.
fresh.
Right.
That's my
Right. Right.
boy. Like I
Right.
said, you got
Mm.
real people in your corner. You don't have to
Oh,
ask them
come
anything. They
on.
already step in front and say, "Hey, that's how we rolling.
That's how we
I
do it.
got your back. I see what you got to do. I know what you got to do, and I didn't know you
Mm.
the ticket. I got you."
But everybody else, when in the beginning,
Man, ain't nobody
they
else
left.
try. Ain't nobody else try to help. Not really. Everybody else just kind of like, oh, it's like, oh, I don't want to be associated with that.
Wow.
Because who does?
Yes.
I don't blame you, but I blame you. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's
Right.
the truth.
Because when you know someone, to know them.
Yes, the norm. And there's a lot of people who have my back to that time. They say, "Man, please, we know you. We
Right.
know you. Or we
Right.
know you." And I'm gonna tell you honestly, like I told the judge in court,
Mhm.
I ain't have to I don't have to buy that or
Right.
take that.
Right.
I'm a very handsome man.
Right.
I'm educated. I got money. I don't have to buy that or take that if I want. I'm sorry. It was already my phone light up. My
Yeah.
phone's always being lit up at that moment with somebody wanting it just to be
Right.
next to me.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
But
But these are the things that athletes deal with. And I know you
yes.
said your first time, and I thank God for you coming, amen, to, share. I didn't know, because I did ask, like, what's off limits,
Mhm.
and I understand why God wanted you to release that tonight, because, holistic, being a naturopath doctor, because it's healing.
Yeah. And I need it.
There's exactly.
That's 2012. At the same time, I was
Wow.
dealing with my cousin Adrian King, Tootie. I was dealing with his death also. But
Mm,
I love that boy to man, and I had to deal with that also. At the same
right.
time, I'm losing my career,
Same time.
losing my mind. I'm losing it. I'm losing people who I thought were there for me.
Jesus.
I'm just taking L's all across the board right now,
Mm.
and I'm taking them low key by myself, damn near.
Jesus.
But I had to do what I had to do. My partner, we drove down to Tennessee
Yeah.
for the tryout. And this man, I love this boy to death. He went. I don't know too many people that do certain stuff for you. He
Mhm.
took, the buckets of ice
Yeah.
at the hotel,
Yeah.
little small
Yeah.
little buckets.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
boy went back and forth to that ice machine to get enough ice to put in the bathtub to make sure I could take an ice bath.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? That's real.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
mean.
real
Real
love.
people.
That's it.
Love is not
Yeah.
a word.
That's
It's an
action.
action. Somebody love you,
Yes.
they're gonna show you.
Listen, that bucket ain't about this right here now.
Hey, he
So
went.
on what, several trips?
And he was like, "No, man,
I
save
got
your
you.
legs." Because he don't
Yeah.
want me walking up and down stairs.
Yeah.
And that's a real friend. He don't know how to
Wow.
do none of the stretches. Guess what he was doing the next day, helping me
Help me
stretch. That's
He
real
wants you to come
people.
back. Just come back.
That's real people right there. Whether I had it or not, he was always there. That's real people.
That's
you
it.
know.
That
And
part. That
and,
part.
and that that was the beginning of me getting back to the top, getting back. And I tell people, I say I took the elevator to the top last time, and guess I don't mind taking the stairs.
Right.
I don't mind because the elevator and the stairs gonna get there. One go a little faster,
One go a little
one
slow.
take a little more work.
Yes,
You might have
sir.
to take a stop here and
Yes,
there,
sir.
but you're gonna get there.
But you're gonna get there.
You're gonna get there. But
So during that time, did you? I know you raised up in a great Christian home. Your mom, you knew God. So was it a moment where you like you really knew who God was?
Oh yeah. I had no choice.
Yeah.
Because who else I had?
That's it.
I can't say that I didn't.
Right.
I can't say that I stayed on the right path all throughout because I was like I said, I'm a young kid trying to figure it out still. So I'm getting more into the world and less in what God. I know who God is,
Gotcha.
but I kind of I ain't forget him. I just kind of put him to the side a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you sit right here for a second while I figure out what's going on over here, and I should have brought him with me. Should have brought him with me, you know what I'm saying? But that's just real. That's real talk. And I got my shot at the CFL. And I did my thing up there. And the only reason why I'm not there now is because of injury. I both the knees went out. Once the knees go out, both. Hey, thank God I got a college education.
That part right there.
But I tell you, that was the most trying times of my life, man. And I don't know a lot of people at home I don't know a lot of people who can sit here and say, yeah, I lost a $20 million contract. Because that's how much that guy said, Mr. Schneider.
Yeah.
He was the GM for the Seattle Seahawks at the time.
Yeah.
And he looked me in my eyes and said, we see you as a $20 million a year guy.
My God.
Period.
Period.
That's what I was worth.
Yeah.
And like I said, I never left the NFL because I couldn't play.
That's it.
That was my way. That was my exit right there because of that situation. Because Shamir Chandler wanted my money to take care of her and her kids.
Wow.
That's why.
So then I want you to look in that camera, and I understand even more now your passion and dealing with the mindset, getting these kids ready, getting them ready, for the next level. And I want you to look in that camera, Coach King, and what will you tell that young man?
Stick with God. Mm-hmm. That's it. Stick with God. I had my brother was in my ear 24/7. Mm-hmm. Pastor King. But like I said, I was young. I didn't have that kind of, and he was there. I'm not going to say he ain't had nobody there telling me. He was there. Yeah. It's just, but it was mostly just him. Right. And at that point, I probably needed more. Right. I needed more hymns, spitting it in my ear.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And he not knocking him or his power in Christ. Right. You feel me? Right. But he can't make me do anything that I don't want to do. Yeah. And I had to want to listen, and I had to want to do the things. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he was there. And that's the one thing I tell that kid back there is look to God, dog. Look to God. Stay in church. Mm-hmm. I should have stayed in my word because it would have kept me. It would have kept me still. Mm-hmm. It would have kept me in position. You know what I'm saying? And a part of me, I almost feel like, you know what? The reason why the attack was allowed to happen was because I slipped away from God. And had I stayed where I needed to be, that cover, that shield would have been a lot thicker. Yeah. Would have been a lot stronger. Yeah. But when I wanted to do things my way, you see what my way got me. That's why I look. I don't. That's not to say that Shamir Chandler didn't do her wrong. Right. But she wrong. Yeah. It breaks my heart to see her on Facebook. So and one time, and I didn't go looking for her. Trust me, there was some things. There's some people called me after that thing came out on the news, and in the news and the radio and everything about what happened or what happened. Yeah. I had people calling me. Boy, it got real at that point. Hey, bro. Hey, what's up? And you know what that was? If you ain't from the hood, if you ain't from the hood,
listen, you know what's up.
If you ain't from the hood and you don't know what that what's up mean, wow, that what's up don't mean hey, how you doing? That what's up mean hey, you want me to get them? Yeah, straight like that. I gotta go back Geechee and go Charleston. Yeah. I'm from Charleston. Listen, I'm Geechee.
You didn't tell me what naughty means.
I'm telling you, but I'm hood. I ain't never been street. I'm never street. I didn't grow up in the street. I just grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I knew a lot of boys in the street.
Let's stop there for a second. You said a big thing right there, Coach King. Mm-hmm. You said you didn't grow up in the street. Yeah. Y'all know I'm country southern, so y'all know how the street sounded for me, right? But you grew up in the hood.
Oh, I grew up in the hood. Yeah.
So what's the difference between, and I'm being rhetorical, the street and the hood?
Well, plain and simple, the street. I listen to the same music, the Jeezy, the Wayne, the Lil Boosie. Yeah, C-Mob. Shout out C-Mob. That's the local rap artist. Molly Ma, Mr. Taylor, Fat Boy, and all. Yeah. I grew up listening to all of that. But I was just listening to it. I wasn't doing the things they were saying that they was doing. I ain't have no gun. I ain't selling drugs. Yeah. I go to school. I'm not cutting classes and sitting on the corner. I'm not. That's not that. That wasn't me. And even when I tried to do that, I'm gonna be real with you. There was no fools out there was telling me, Brett, no, what you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing, boy? Well, you got college, you got this, you got that, but you got to get up out you. That's why I love going back to the hood because there's some saying fellas like that. They're not there now, right? But that's some saying fellas in the streets. Even though they were street, they understood. Like, bro, this ain't even you. This ain't even for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hood. I'm not street at all. And I don't even try to claim to be street.
That's it.
Now, and that's not to say if you come mess with me now, look at hey.
I gotta lay my hands on
get dealt with. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't look forward to that kind of lifestyle. I don't look forward to that kind of stuff. That's not me at all. And I'm proud to say there's not.
So the two don't have to intertwine. Being in the hood and being in the street. I mean, you could. It's a choice.
It is. Oh, it's a big choice. It's a choice. A lot of folks say, "Man, I was pushed into this, and I had to do that." I'm gonna be real. You don't never really have to.
Do it.
You might be young and can't get a job, and mama has struggling and this, that, and the third. But there's other ways around. And I don't knock people who try to do what they feel like they got to do to get it. As long as you ain't out here killing people, robbing people. But at the same time, I can't say I ain't never smoked weed. Right. But I can definitely say I ain't never done no crack pills and all the other. No, that ain't no. You feel me? I ain't messing with that. But like I said, I'm hood. I ain't street. And I had some street fellas and a couple of females. They was like, hey. Right. And I'm like, nah, y'all, I got a case going on. This girl disappeared. I'm going to disappear too. I go to jail. I'm going to look guilty. I'm going to look guilty if something happened to this girl. But she didn't even know your life is in danger, young lady. Right. Like, I'm going to be real. My hood don't play about me. Right. Them boys didn't play about me at all. Right. And that's, I love going back to the communities where I'm from, giving back, doing it. That's why I do what I do every year. With collecting the toys, collecting the clothes, collecting everything I can collect to give back. And that's my thing. And I don't have a lot of support with that all the time. Right. But I do it because that's what's in my heart.
It's in your heart. So let me ask you the question. Have you forgiven the young lady?
I think I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah. I think I've tried.
You tried.
I don't think I really know how. Because my thing is, I can't stop thinking about you every time I can't take care of my family the right way. I can't stop thinking about you every time I look at TV and I watch football and I see what I should have been at and I see what I could have. I see what I was. Right. And I realize you're the reason. You say. My thing is this, and then like I said, I'm a fan of common sense. Yeah. If I raped you, now I'm gonna use that same word because I want it to be as real as it was for me. I want people listening to understand. If I raped you, you don't want no money from me, so this thing can go away. That's the part they didn't put out there. Is that you wanted $250,000. Then when I said no. I could have paid that too. Let me hold on to that for a second. Then you wanted $500,000, and I said no. First off, I ain't even make that money yet. My first year, I'm a rookie. I'm only making $350,000 this year.
Wait a minute now. 350.
Well, that's back then. Back now, it's a whole lot more. Oh my God. But 350, and then my second year was 450,000. You gotta, after the third year, you re-sign your contract. That's my third year. I would have been a $20 million a year guy. That's what it got. But my fifth year, I was gonna make $500,000. 550. I'd have made a lot of money. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a lot of money. But my brain right now is
that's just a lot of money. That's all.
But I ain't had that money yet, and that's what she wanted. And after a while, they wanted $1 million. And then guess what? I could have still been playing in the NFL had I admitted that I had done something and paid that money. Yeah. But my thing is, me paying that money,
it was like saying I did it.
And the one thing you ain't gonna get me to do, sweetheart, is say that I'm sitting here and raped you, or you won't go. Oh no. And I'm a part of me is like, you know what, son, you stand on business. You stood for what you stood for. That's right. And I love myself for that.
That's right.
But
that's right.
Dang, I still could have been playing in the league had I just paid that girl that money and agreed. But why am I paying you money for something I never did?
Never did.
You don't deserve my money.
God, that's something.
And so it was tough. That was tough. But I kept saying no. A deal after deal. I didn't even have to go to court for that. I could have just paid that money and been, hey, you done. But like I said, deal after deal came my way. No, I did not rape you, young lady. That you could have, if this was a CDV situation where you say I hit you, I might just go ahead and bite the bullet and pay you. But to say I raped you, and not even to say I hit you, because I'm not a woman beater. Right. And I don't agree with no man putting their hand on a woman. And I don't agree with women putting their hand on a man too.
You
don't
go two ways now.
You don't want to get hit. Don't hit nobody. Right. Because you don't never know how somebody else going to retaliate. Right. And you can't. And I'm a firm believer of you can't tell me how to act after you do me wrong. I can't do it now. I'm sorry, like Steve Harvey say, you tell me I screw you, I'm gonna get you. I might tell you I'm gonna get your whole family. Like you can't tell me how to retaliate.
Yeah, because you just don't know. Pastor Curse always say, say hit him, turn, if he slap you, turn the other cheek, let him slap. But I can't tell you that I don't know what that reaction gonna look like now.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it.
So they had to go through all of that.
Yeah.
And then you said the shame.
just of knowing that that's hanging over my head.
Head.
And the fact that some people actually believe I
Believed it.
did that.
That part.
That's the one thing I always
Yeah.
wanted. I wanted people to stop looking at it like,
Yeah.
oh, look what he
Done.
did.
Right.
And just say, hey, no, this actually happened to me.
yeah.
I'm actually the victim
You
in
are
this
actually
case.
got they got
I'm the
hit.
man when
Yeah.
the thing that broke my heart almost the most was when I was in court.
Mhm.
And I was in court. I really didn't have to talk. I
Wow.
really didn't speak. For one, her and her own witness. I still got the message in my Instagram right now of her witness hitting me up after the situation saying, man, I'm so sorry that happened and blah, blah, blah. I did not know that this was this and that was that. And her witness was
Mm.
actually the big thing in my case, because the witness said, well, I don't know him. I don't know Jarriel. I just met him that night. And then when Shamir Chandler got on the scene, she said, oh, well, I didn't know he was around. My friend had contacted him and she was on the phone with him. And then I was like, hold on, that's Jarriel? And then the judge was like, well, hold on now. See, because your people that came up here to speak for you, she didn't say she don't even know this boy from Adam.
Wow.
But now you saying she was on the phone with him and that's how you get in contact? No, because my brother would tell you she contacted my brother. This is how the devil worked. And I think that girl, I'm gonna be real, that's the devil to me.
I'm about to say this is
That's
where
the
you
devil. That girl contacted my brother Jamal King, and she said to Jamal, she said, and he'll even take, because he hit me up about it. He was like, man, you remember Shamir? Yeah, Shamir said that something, but man, she just wanted to holler at you to warn you about some girl that you might be talking to that just ain't got your best interest. When really you the one that ain't got my best
That's
interest.
how the enemy works.
You the snake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I should, man, if I had known any better, if I could have just stayed away from that girl that night,
Yeah.
and if I could have just stayed away from her that night, I would have been all good.
Yeah.
All good, But and it wasn't even my intention to have her around like that.
Right.
She had multiple opportunities to go home.
Right.
But instead, she was like, oh no, I'll stay. Because when we went out, I can't remember the name of the club. I think it was Blue Magic or something like that over there.
Right.
And we went out, and I'm not a club guy like that. If I step out, I step out. I'm gonna have a good time now. But hey, I'm leaving at 1:30, 1:45. I ain't staying till we ain't closing no club down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I worked security for a long time. I know how this thing go down.
Gotcha.
But so I go out there, just have a few drinks. We go to then we went to IHOP afterwards,
right,
or whatnot. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, okay, hey, Shamir, because she got dropped off, and her friend that she came with left." So her friend was like, "Oh, girl, I'm leaving. Come on, da da da." She's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna stick around for a little longer." And then she was like, "Okay, well, all right." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Shit, you straight, all right." And then next thing you know, another friend of mine that was with us, she left, and she was like, "Oh, I'm leaving. I'm going the opposite direction, but I'll take you home. You want me to take you home?"
Right.
And she said the same thing. "Oh no, I'm cool." I say, "Man, I got this nice condo over here and everything, 3 stories out here on the water, low key." I'm like, "Shoot, man, you good? Shit, you coming? Some more people coming to the house to chill later on. If you want to come through, come on through. Everything's everything,
Right.
So, then I just didn't know that her plan was I'm gonna spend the night, and I'm going to set this dude up.
Wow.
Point blank period. One another thing that messed her up was, and you're a mother.
Yeah.
So you might get a good kick out of this.
Yeah.
She said that she took a sip of wine, and it had her feeling like she took or came out of an epidural. I'm a guy. I don't know what that's like. So see the face you make. It's like, oh, epidural, girl. That's a little different. Now. But when she said it, even in court, the people were looking like, what are you talking about, this sister? Now that's what she messed up at, was because she said it was. I had one charge, but when she tried to say that she was drugged, it worked in the charge went up to first degree or whatever. What's one worse, first or third? First degree is worse, right?
Yeah.
So my charge went up from third to first, which looked bad on paper, worked out in my favor. Because now you're trying to say that you got a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
Something's going on with a drug.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's look at your rape kit.
Let's look at you.
Now they went, if she never said that, she might have got off. She might have got away with it.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to look at your half-life. They're going to look at your
Because
levels. Once you say they're going to look at your, they realize, sweetheart, the only thing you got in your system is something from a sinus medication that you took. And if you say you got raped on a Friday, you went in on a Saturday, then when they did that rape kit, your level should have been spiking. But it was low as crap. So there's no way this dude drugged you. There was no way he put anything in no drink or nothing like that. Wow. You were clean. And then she said, and they got her they backtracked the questions asking her about medication. Is she on medication?
Yeah.
She didn't know what they were going with the line of questioning.
Yeah.
But they were asking her, was she on medication? And she was saying something about, and they would tell her, think back now. And she said something about, I think, Sudafed or something about sinuses.
Yeah.
But it showed in there. But every day that goes, or every certain amount of time that goes by, that level drops. So they were able to read that, girl, he would have had to drug you Tuesday.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For you to have say something like that. If you had said this on a Tuesday, it might have made sense. But this thing adding up. Now, here's another way God work in your favor. I had 2 public defenders.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On a big major case like this, because my money was gone, because the first guy I hollered at, he took all my money.
Wow.
Because I needed somebody to defend me. I can't sit in jail. I'm innocent, and I'm trying to do everything I can do to prove that. First guy I had, he just wanted the money.
Right.
So now I'm broke. I got to go with these public defenders.
My God.
Guess what the public defender name was? There was one guy, I can't remember his name, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please hit me up if you ever watched this. Can't remember that guy's name. One of the public, what I tell you, my oldest brother, the pastor, what's his name? Jason King.
Jason King.
My public defender, white guy. Jason King. And guess what his major was in college?
What?
Biology. So he was able to look at them labs too.
Look at them labs.
Like, we got this. We got this. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, the thing that hurt. So I'm gonna tie it back into what I said at first. The thing that hurt me the most probably is when after the court case was over.
Yeah.
I am at Cathedral at a basketball. I think it's the alumni basketball game put on by High Star Entertainment by my boy Justin Buford, JB. And I'm at the game, and there's a lady that comes by, and she had to talk. She had to talk to me. She was like, I just got to say something to you. I was like, man, I was praying for you. I'm so glad to see you doing well now. Da, 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 da. She said, I was one of the jurors on your case.
Whoa.
I said, oh yeah. And I just kind of stopped, because every time you talk about it, it's like I get
it's
depressed.
A trigger.
I get depressed, man.
It's a trigger.
And
not after today though.
No, not after the day. Because God got me.
Yes.
And then and she said the thing that hurt me the most, she said, even the judge said after day 2, they noticed us some bull crap. I had to spend 5 days in court, lost so much weight, left Canada on my birthday, July 27th, so that I can fly down the next day. And then I got stuck. It probably was a good thing. I don't know what happened. I didn't even make it for the first day of court.
Wow.
But then they could have just gone ahead and tried me like that and say, well, good thing I had the lawyers, because they stood in my place.
Right.
But I didn't even make it for the first day. And they proceeded without me that day. But yeah, that lady said that they could tell off the rip.
At the rip.
Man, she said they was deliberating. They said they made their decision 2 days. They just had to go through with everything.
Go through everything.
But they already had made the decision. Connor, the jury was over. They already had the decision.
They already made it made.
You know what I'm saying?
They knew a young kid being set up.
Yeah. I had to go through, and it felt good to know that those people were able to tell that was some crap. That was not real. But at the same time, it hurt, because that's my life.
That's your life.
That's my life. That's my livelihood. That's my kids. That's me.
Yeah.
And I got to go through this, and I got to bear this. And, it's hard. It was hard. It was hard to even show my face, not because I did it, but just because I didn't measure up to what I feel like other people saw me measuring up to. Right. Because no matter how much you think about it, right. You do care what other people think.
You do now. You're talking right now.
You don't care what everybody thinks.
But you care what some.
You care what people think.
And I know that night you just replaying it. What I should have done different.
So many times. And you know how many times I woke up thinking that I'm gonna wake up back in Seattle, ready for a football game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up with my bank account looking fat again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up and my knees are healthy because I can take care of myself the right way.
Right.
And I'm telling you, through everything that I've been through, I don't never look at nobody negative. I don't never try to take it out on nobody else. I just got to stick closer to God and keep it pushing. And then my opportunity to come again for something in life. I don't know what it'll be. Yeah. I still haven't found life after football. You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole book right there.
Listen,
that's a whole book.
We'll be here till after the Super Bowl talking about all kind of stuff, man.
Life after football. Have you ever thought to put your experience in a book so that can help that athlete, that NFL player, so they don't fall? Because we hear it on TV, not saying that any other race don't get it, but you always hear where African American.
Yep.
You know, where that male gets set up, and even now today, and as a mom, I tell that's always my prayer for CJ. Don't get caught up. Keep your head on. It's talking to him. That's talking. Because it's different for black males out here. Now, like you said, thank God, that His grace was there, that they saw right through the situation, through the whole entire case.
Yeah, because that thing, it took me, and it just hurt. It hurt. I want that girl to understand, like, man, you took my life and you shook it up. You took my kid's life, you shook it up. You couldn't stop me. I'm still here standing, breathing, making a hell of an impact in my community.
Sure is.
And doing everything that I can do.
And out the community now.
In our community.
And
yes.
out, because listen, CJ, there are other kids here in this area, that you help. So now understand, because this was my question that I have, and I know I went off my whole entire script, but listen, this is good. This is tea. It's tea for some. This is a story for you. This is your book.
It's my life.
That's right. And so now. Hey guys, you just tuned in with Tea Talk with Prophetess Y. I have former NFL player Coach King in the building. Y'all listen, don't forget to like, comment, share this, y'all. I'm telling you, it's blessing me, and it's going to bless many others now and to come. All right, Coach King. So now understand even more your passion. Your passion for children, for student athletes in general. And my next question was, how did Overdrive Academy got birth?
Overdrive came up. Let me tell you, it's crazy. It got birth because honestly, I needed to make some money. It was hard to make. It was hard. It was hard at the time. I needed to make some money. Somebody told me, "Why don't you start training people?"
Yeah,
I ain't really think about it like that. But then when I put it out there, it started getting attention and things started going on. I had I had a gym over there. It was Life Fit Gym. I had a partner. We're not partners anymore. Things happened. I had to move aside because my values didn't align with his.
Right.
And but I was over there training. It was a boxing gym. I did my football training over there also. And then I made it into a business. I had a guy, a friend of mine, AJ Scott. Shout out to AJ Scott and Stephen Bubba Robbins. Those are my boys. When I say when they come to Overdrive Academy, if I ever need anything, those two people right here, shoot, they got me. They got me. But it came about when I wanted to make some money, and then also I thought about it like, shoot, well, I can do mentoring too. I really don't have to separate the two.
That's it.
Now there's a kid. He went to Garrett Academy.
Yeah.
Trayvon Sanders. All right, they call him Buddha. If you know Buddha. Buddha played at Garrett. Then Buddha went to Troy University. Yeah. And he on a full scholarship, and he played there, balled out. He got his degree in criminal justice, and then he got his shot with the New York Jets.
Awesome.
After the New York Jets, didn't all the way work out. Yeah. Then he came home and he ended up going with the Orlando Guardians, and I think it was the XFL. which is now the UFL, is the other supplemental league for football here in America. So it's kind of like the NFL's little brother.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
So he was doing that, but I was training him when after his 10th grade year. Me and a buddy of mine trained Buddha, and he took it serious. When I say that kid took everything serious that we had to offer him training wise, my buddy El Mano, he took it all. He was a sponge. He was the ultimate coachable kid.
Wow.
Great grades. Kept his head down, doing his business with the church and everything.
Wow.
And he was a heck of an athlete. Yeah. And he got bigger, stronger, faster, smarter in his training. And he didn't miss out. He didn't try to skip out. Yeah. At one point he thought he was a baseball player. And he was like, baseball player. Boy, you ain't know. Boy, you better. We almost hurt that boy. He's almost some baseball player. I ain't knocking you trying to do multiple sports. Yeah. Get your mind over here and train with your big self. And you got the juice, man. You need to come over here and train so you can go do the thing. Yeah. And he did his thing at Garrett Academy. Yeah. And then he ended up. And this is while I'm still playing ball. I came in the off season. And I would train him. And he ended up getting a full ride scholarship to Troy University, as I say. Right. Got his degree, had a shot at the league, and now he is I think he's the lead detective for the homicide division at North Charleston Police Department. Oh wow. He's my motivation. And because he was my first student. But my first student ended up with a college degree. Yeah. My first student ended up getting a shot at his dream of playing in the NFL. Yeah. My first student ended up playing football professionally for the other league. He hurt his knee. And my first student was able to fall back after not being able to play football. And he was able to have that degree and go right into being a functional part of society as a cop. And that right there is everything to me, because my motto with Overdrive Academy is we don't just make good athletes. Come on, we make good people. Good, that's it. And that's what I want. I want good people. That's it. I want great people. The better we can make the person, really, the better he'll be as an athlete. That's right. That's right. So that's how I kind of got into it. And then and ever since then, I fell in love with working with these kids, mentoring these kids, and the parents. Some of the parents, I had to mentor them, talk to them. Right. And I thank God I'm not perfect. Right. But I'm walking in my mission. Yeah, and it's to be really honest, it's a ministry. Mm-hmm. It's the work of the kingdom. I'm a ghetto pastor. Listen, they come back They come back every week, right? They come back, man. So that's good. Now you're good. You might be a but listen, they're coming back. Yeah, that means you're doing. They pay their tithes and stuff too on the website overdriveacademy.com. Yeah, but right quick, y'all. Listen, if you put that up right quick, we have some clips. My producer, he's on it, y'all. Shout out to my team. I couldn't do this without my team. Amen. Glory to God. With the Flyers, Dominique, shout out. With the clips, Angel, shout out. Amen. My ladies didn't decorate tonight now because they got a 40th birthday going on. But Apostle C. Mac, we y'all doing it. So we got that clip right quick because CJ was one of his students as well. So
Lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You're not in love with the process. I just feel better. A real man. Real lion.
To step back, you got to go forward. You got to push harder. Excuses, get out of my way. That's what this is about. So you got to recognize when it gets tough, you better get tough. Easy does not count. Easy does not work. You can't cheat your way up. You got to push your way up. Not everyone is ready to be at the top. Not everyone is suitable to be at the top. If you're having a mental breakdown, then the body will believe everything that the mind is telling it to do. You got to understand, the mind is a terrible thing to wait to step back.
All right, y'all, that's Coach King, Overdrive Academy. Listen, y'all, Coach King is dropping the tea on tonight. And I know you said something, that you had to pick up the pieces and you had to let the pieces fall where it need to fall. But even though, Coach King, that happened to you, right now, your impact on other kids, other young men, on their lives. So that night, what happened? God can use you and using you so you can, like you said, mentoring as well. It's not just up on the field; it's off the field. What you thinking? What you thinking? What's your mindset like? We share a couple of clips where you training for Overdrive Academy, and you said something. The body believe whatever the mind tell it.
Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. That wasn't me speaking on it, but those were words that I could get with. So I can't take credit for it, otherwise, that'd be plagiarism, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you can if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah,
it's simple. Like I said, common sense is very simple.
Yeah,
I told you I'm a fan of common sense. I'm gonna keep saying that. Right?
Yeah.
I don't have to have this elaborate saying. And
That's it.
You put your mind to it, you can do it.
You can do it.
Somebody, I don't know how appropriate this may be, and I ain't trying to be too left field right here. I heard something today that just tripped me out, but it was so funny, but it was real.
Right.
Guy say, you know what? He said, they were talking about, you say transgenders.
Yeah.
And the guy say, he's like, I kind of got some respect for people that go through it fully, because you had to put your mind to really become that and changing yourself fully, not halfway, fully. Yeah. That just goes to prove you put your mind to it. You could have really been anything else you wanted to be.
God.
You could have put, that was just kind of a joking sense. But I took that little like, dang, you know what? You're right. Yeah. You really put your brain tells your body what to do.
What to do.
My hands moving and everything.
That's it.
As quick as my hands moving and all that, my lips, my feet, my brain has to tell my body
Got to tell it. Got to tell it.
So if I tell my brain, get up. You don't want to go to the gym today? Tell yourself,
get up. Yeah.
And then do it. And realize, guess what? You told yourself to move, and what did you do?
Yeah,
you move.
Gotta move.
So if you move and you told yourself to move, then now tell yourself, get dressed. Do that next. And see, now tell yourself, get out the house.
Get out the house.
Go do it. Go run, go jog, go push up. You can whatever you want to do, you can do. The thing about it is you got to be willing to put in the work.
That's it.
And you got to be willing to keep pushing when things ain't going your way.
That part.
Because that's the thing. Some people look at it like, oh, it's supposed to be sunshines and rainbows and all this other stuff. Man, yeah, it will be at times.
Right. When adversity comes.
But if you can't push through, you'll never get to it.
Right. And when adversity comes, what we gonna do?
Yeah. You gotta have some kind of foundation.
My God.
And that's what God come into play. That's where a stable household comes into play. That's where the village. I'm a village person. I believe in the village. It takes more than just one person. As a parent, we don't have a rule book, a guidebook, a blueprint to say this is how you do it. The kids at this point, this is what you do at that. Ain't nobody telling you how to do all that.
No, sir.
You don't have all the answers. But like I say, you got to have people. You got to have strong people around you. The right people around you.
You said something right there. Not as any people. The right people.
The right people. You got to have God people with you.
Right.
And you can't go wrong with God people.
Right.
You can't go wrong with God people.
Right. Well, we tell that student athlete.
Tell a student athlete?
Yeah,
be a student before you're an athlete.
That's it.
I'm telling you, man, and always keep God first. But you gotta, the more you learn, the more you know, the more you grow. Like how and they say at North Charleston High School, education is a possession which man cannot be robbed. You can't take what's up here.
Can't take what's up here.
That's what that girl, she might have took my football career, but she did not take what God had for me and my ability. To be as strong as I am, my ability to impact the kids, the communities. That part. You can't take that from me because that's in me.
That's in you.
That's in me. My knee's gone, but I'm still
here.
You feel me? I might have had a little concussion of 3 or 4 or whatever. I can't remember how much. But guess what? The right parts of my brain still work enough to where I can function in society and I cannot be a menace to society. I can be a functioning part. You know?
And it's what you said earlier. The question you put on Facebook that time, where how do you expect a lineman to to go out there and be and to do what they need to do if they're not coached and trained?
Right.
So you're the learning curve.
Yes.
You're a learning curve for a bunch of people.
Yes.
Student athletes.
Bridging the gap.
That's it, and that's the part.
But the thing about it is, a lot of people don't understand is it's not a one time. It's not a cure all.
Come on now.
It's not a one time fix.
Come on.
Now, I get it.
You mean we can't just get one practice and we good?
Nah, I might be able to tell you what's going on with you, but you ain't gonna get the fix for it.
So I can't get 2. We can't just 2 practice.
It's this thing you got to commit to. I'm sorry to say, a lot of people want it like that. Listen, everybody wants it like that nowadays. I get it. Listen, I want to pop a pill and be able to fly, y'all. I want to be able to take a little aspirin or something. I don't want to know I'm Molly or nothing like that. Now, I do not mean that I want some drugs. Let me put that out there.
Yeah, they put it out there.
But I'm just saying, hey, I would love to soar through the sky.
Yeah.
I got to drive an hour back home. I love to just in my bed, but it don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. And that's what a lot of people get messed up is, you know, they're thinking that you can just, and you know, they see a lot of the pros will tell you this.
Yeah.
You see the glitz and the glamour, but you don't see the crap, the muck, the mire. You don't see that kind of stuff.
Right.
That's what I kind of come in. And I like to make them understand. And that's why I dog my athletes out. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I dog them. I'm not gonna lie. Parents, that's what I do to your kids when they come to me at first. I dog them. I'm talking to parents right now.
Yeah, you talk
your parent of your your kids.
Yes, you did.
I had to make him feel some ways.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? But I promise you, he appreciate that more than ever.
He do.
And I got guys, Sincere Brown. He's another one.
Yeah.
I tell y'all, you know Sincere too. Yeah, y'all know Sincere. I had to tell Sincere. Sincere called me. Sincere's first week when he went off to college, I think it was first week or something like that. And I told and Buddha at the same. I told them what college was like.
Yeah.
Not just the beautiful sides. Hey, women going to be at your door.
See, that's what complete that sentence, Coach King. And that's what I was about to ask you. So was that done to you? Did you get pre-warned?
I had foundation.
You wasn't pre-warned about this is gonna happen, this is that gonna happen. Watch out for this.
Who was gonna do it? Knowing none of my people ever have been to college, really.
Right. I mean, like when you got the coaches.
Oh,
college.
The coaches is gonna tell you.
So they told you.
The coach is gonna tell you, but that's the coach talking to you. You a kid. You want to have fun.
Gotcha.
You gonna hear what he say. You gonna do what Drake said. I heard Drake say on the album, "I'm looking for the right way to do the wrong thing." That's what you gonna be trying to do. You're gonna try to find the right way to do the wrong thing. I'm gonna stay up late. I'm gonna get with that chick, and I'm gonna still try to make it in time to be in bed and not. Oh, I'm gonna be late, but I'm gonna try not to get caught. See, because the cameras, they only show that side of the building. I know I can sneak into the man. I'm gonna try to find the right way to do the wrong thing.
All right, now go ahead. Now back to what you're saying.
You said by going to college, I told those boys. I said, look, girls gonna be easily accessible. They're gonna be coming at you. You ain't gonna have to really go out there and get them. They will be there because they don't know if you're gonna be the next big thing or not. They take it. They rolling that dice with you too. You feel me? So they're gonna be there. The party's gonna be there. The drugs gonna be there. All that stuff is gonna be there. You gotta learn how to say no. You gotta learn how to step back and realize that you ain't never came here for that.
Hey,
you came here to ball. All that stuff is,
Jesus.
You know, and be real with you. If you just handle your business, all of what you want is gonna come to you anyway. Wow. But some of the stuff that you want, you don't even need it.
Don't need it.
You don't need it. You don't need to be you know, drugged up 24/7, all smoking and drinking and partying. You need to be studying. You need to be chilling. You need to be getting your relationship with God tight and right. You need to be making sure that you are good. You are a brand.
Wow.
Your name, my name, King, is a brand.
Brand.
Kobe Bryant.
Brand.
And I just say, how many people automatically in your mind, just by me saying Kobe Bryant, how many thoughts you didn't had, how many clips of you had? That's a brand.
It's a brand now.
That's a brand. So you got to remind yourself, everything you do, say, how people look at you, it matters.
Yeah.
We got kids coming. I can't remember the kid name. I wish I could remember right now, from Somerville. Man, he's over there he was at ECU with the Pirates right now. He's a dog. He is awesome. He is, oh my goodness. That's a brand right there. That kid came from the same place that we came from in the hood out there, and he came out of Somerville. I don't know exactly what part of Charleston he's from, but he's from down here.
Down
you know
south,
what I'm saying? And if he wants to carry himself like a majority of the kids down here carry themselves, then he will be messing up his brand. But that kid got so much to push and fight for. I'm proud. I don't even know him. I'm so proud of that boy because of the way he moving. All these other kids out here that come from where we come from, come from down here, the way they move, I'm so proud of them because the way you move, you are a brand.
You are a brand.
You know, and I'm gonna be real. I think a lot of them should. You got to LLC yourself in your name.
Yeah. You
should start doing that right now. You to put your name, put the LLC out there. It. Because everything you're doing in the name of your brand. You are a business.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. You're a business. So we get into that a whole lot later because there's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
Another time. There's a lot of stuff that these kids can do with NIL going on. A lot of these kids should be taking ownership of their own name, getting an LLC about them. I don't know how it goes necessarily. I'm not too savvy and all of that. But I know good and dog.
But you know, it's a brand.
Yes. And I could honestly be out here working and doing these little things for money or getting
Right.
donations and stuff so I can take care of myself because
Right.
I am a business.
Your brand.
I got to take care of the business, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So it's college. College has the stuff that come with it, and you got to be ready to take on all those things. And if you don't have a solid foundation, then you will be sucked in so easily, so quickly. Some of the best athletes in the world, they turn mediocre, terrible, because they stop working on their craft and they get distracted with everything else going on.
So you keep in touch with the with your the students that you train?
Yeah, I try to as much as I can. There's a good bit of them, and sometimes I'm so busy with what I got going on. I should pick the phone up a lot more, but sometimes I'm like, man, shit, I'm still fighting life myself down here.
But you did your part. You impart what God allows you to impart into each one of them.
That's right.
When they're in your presence, and that's the good part about it is when those kids come to you is to stay in that student mode, be a student, be coachable.
Right.
And the mentorship is great. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sincere, I remember he hit me, FaceTime call, what's up? Because I had some kids around me. And the kids were kind of, I want to say I was at First Baptist on the field, and we were doing a training session. And Sincere, I hit him so that the kids can see, like, hey, and he answered the phone and talked to them. He was like, man, hey. And he looked, the first thing he said to me, everything you said was true. Coach King, man, everything you said is true. Yes. Right. The parties, the girls, the freedom, the this, the that. Yeah. And that boy kept his head on right. He kept it going. You know what I'm saying? He's doing great for himself right now. I think he's at another school, Campbell Camels, I believe is the name of the school.
Yeah.
But and he moved around just to make sure he had a better fit for himself.
Right.
But he's doing great. And I love seeing that with these kids who come from where we come from.
Right.
They had to grow up how they had to grow up, single parent home or maybe a 2-parent home,
but
they just didn't have it all. Right. But they're doing great for themselves. And shout out for all those parents out here who do what they gotta do to make sure that their kids are good. I'm gonna tell you that right now because the support is so much needed, and you are not your efforts are not in vain. I want to say it. If the kids don't say it, man, I love seeing it when I see the parents pour into those kids, and those kids, they have an opportunity to grow and to move about and do the things they need to do for themselves. Right.
So now I'm asking this question here, Coach King, because you're a coach, right? But now you're a parent as well, a parent player. You're a parent that has a player as well, your son.
Oh yeah.
So how does that feel? Like, see, is he the junior?
Yeah, he's a junior. He's not Jarriel King Jr.
Got you.
Yeah, he's a junior in high school. But Josiah is a junior at Pinewood. And
how does that feel, like seeing your seed now and being that parent?
I'm so proud of that boy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he, like I say, he had his ups and downs and all arounds too. The way he had to fight adversity to get where because another part of the story that I had to deal with custody issues. I had to deal with ex-wife. I had to deal with him being taken away without my consent. And I had to fight for him, and as I had to fight for my other kids and stuff. See, that's another part of life that people just they don't know.
They don't think about.
I don't talk about it. I don't brag about it because hey, it is what it is. But that kid is resilient. Yeah. The way he had to fight through so much. Just to be what he is right now, to be as level-headed as he is right now. That kid is he got some of me in him, but I think he got more God in him than he got anything. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm so proud of him. But I don't. A lot of people always wonder, how are you on the field? I don't coach him.
Wow.
I don't coach him. That's not my job. A lot of these parents, a lot of these coaches out here who got
that part,
their kid in the program on the team, or
and their coach.
They want, my kid is going to be a starter. My kid is going to be this.
Yeah.
Your kid needs to ride the bench. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Your team might win if you got doggone DeMarcus from quarterback because he sucked. He can't throw. He don't know how to read the defense. The kid don't work out really. He overweight, or he just stop.
Yeah.
Please stop. Like, just move. You'll be better off with your kid on the bench. And as soon as you realize that as a coach, then your team can be successful. And a lot of teams out here, the team can't grow chemistry because they hate how the coach shows favoritism over what their kid or their nephew or their cousin.
So that's the thing, Coach King.
That's a big thing, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I call it out every time. A spade is a spade. Tell me it's a heart, I'll call you a liar. I'm telling you.
So you ever had to go to a coach that had a kid and not call names and
no,
I've
never done it. But
see
sometimes like just because I see it don't mean I always got to step up there and
right.
Because whether I say it or not, are you really gonna change?
Are you gonna change?
Are you really gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? That's your kid. You ain't gonna bench your son. You would have done it when he missed the first 7 free throws, but for some reason you still got him in the starting lineup. When he threw the first 5 picks, you should have known to bench him, but you didn't. So I'm pretty sure, if your kid being embarrassed on the field, ain't enough for you to pull him or get him better training, then I'm gonna come in and save you. I'm
true.
sorry, but that's the truth though. A lot of coaches need to step aside and put their kid on the bench.
Put him on the bench.
Your son ain't ready. Your daughter ain't ready. They are not it.
I saw that a flyer that you did. You had a women's football.
Yeah, I was trying to do a camp.
A camp.
Women's football camp.
And women actually want to play football?
Oh, women do. A lot of these kids want to play football. They want to do flag football. Yeah. A lot of them want to do tackle football too. It's just not
females.
There. Yeah, females. It's not there yet all the way. Like they got football leagues out here for females. They even have the LFL, which I love and hate. It's the lingerie football league. Now I ain't knocking the women that got
lingerie.
Hey, listen, I'm a man now. I ain't knocking females running around lingerie playing football. To me, I'm like, hey, but at the same time, we ain't got to sexualize it. We really don't have to. They can put on some pads.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. But they out there. If you watch it now, they out here smacking. They ain't out here just being cutesy with it. They out here. They'll knock some fellas up. I'm gonna tell you.
I know their ratings is up there because men watching it.
I'm just being honest with you.
Y'all listen, Coach King dropping the tea tonight. I didn't know it was a thing, but I saw it. Mm-hmm. All right, so now your son, he's a junior, and it's great that you got him out there. He's looking at schools, all that good stuff. So, but then now you have the actual knowledge, head knowledge of where he needs to be,
right?
What you need to do. And I saw something, and I also saw this passion in you. And I'm asking this question the way I got it written down. Why? Let me see. Why is it important that football players get the foundation?
Because that's
why your passion. Why are you so passionate about that?
Because just like this building we in right now, you already know where I'm going with it. But I'm gonna say it for everybody in the back that can't really hear. Don't understand,
Coach King.
If the foundation of this building ain't strong, no matter how big, beautiful, and awesome this building is, no matter what happens in this building, no matter what's around, the building gonna fall.
Yeah,
it's gonna fall.
Yeah,
I don't want my son to fall. I don't want him to fail. He might fall. See, but when the thing about falling is you can get up.
You can get back up now.
I don't want him to fail. I don't want this. I want this building to fail right now while we in it for sure. You feel me? But that's why.
Yeah.
If people don't understand why a solid foundation, that because that foundation is what you go to when everything is gone. When you have nothing else, you fall on your foundation, and that's what's going to keep you up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
A part of this building can go bad.
Yeah.
But I can fix it. I can repair it. But if the foundation is bad, I gotta tear the whole thing down. It might not even make sense to repair it no more. It might not make sense to build it back up no more. It might not be able to even happen because it's over. It's over. You know, so I want my son to have that foundation because when he goes through things in life, I want him to always be able to turn to God.
Right.
The number one thing that all my kids will tell you.
Yeah.
The number one rule we got in my house: you can't lie to me.
Can't lie.
Number one rule: you can't lie to me.
That's
because
it.
You're going to have to, as much as you don't understand now, you're going to come back to me for some advice later.
Yeah.
You're going to come back to me when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And I can't have you lying to me. My mom always said, don't lie to me because I'll be the one to lie for you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't defend you if I don't know the whole truth.
Right.
If you tell me 99%, and they're going to blow me out the water with that 1%.
That 1% now. Yeah.
And that's going to make everything look bad. But that's the foundation is everything when it comes to football and technique and stuff like that. The foundation is everything. Learning how to get in your stance, learning how to fight through blocks, learning how to fight through adversity on the field or on the basketball court or wherever you're doing, learning how to do the basic things. One thing I try to tell kids all the time: you watch these NBA players, these NFL players, any sports professional, any professional period.
Yeah.
One thing you realize they keep doing, they keep doing the basics. Why you think NFL they go right to their stance? And they start off with a good stance.
Yeah.
And then they wait for then they get out and do what they got to do. But what did it start with?
The basics.
Started with the basics. It
Basics.
started with the foundation.
Foundation.
So that's what everything is built off, a strong foundation. After that, you can build almost anything up on that. But you got to set the foundation to be as strong as you want everything else to be.
Right.
If your foundation is weak, you might need a one story or a two story. You better stay at 2 story. Don't try to go up to 7. Because you can't handle 7 stories. But if you got a strong foundation, send me to the sky.
Hey, my God. You keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building.
Keep on building.
That's it.
That's right.
That's it. Foundation is everything. So now, what did Coach King have new other than Overdrive Academy? When do that start up again, or that doesn't? It never stops.
So it never really stops. So this is how I do an Overdrive Academy. You know, I started doing just line. I do all athletes now because there's so many other athletes that just like, man, I want to train.
Right.
Some parents is like, I just want my kid around you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I take all athletes now, not just linemen, but it is a place that we specifically and we can develop linemen, offense and defensive linemen.
Right.
But Overdrive Academy is year round, but the plan is seasonal. So right now we are into the nitty gritty part. We're getting ready to light it up. So we going through the things that most of the kids don't want to go through. You know what I'm saying? The training part. We outside in the cold. If it's cold, if it's too hot, well, we ain't really worrying about that because guess what? The field gonna be hot. The gym might be hot. So we're gonna learn how to play in that weather too, or that temperature too. So we're going through. We're in the weight room. We're getting stronger right now.
Right.
We're doing injury prevention, or we're working with some kids who may have injuries, and we're trying to get that better.
Right.
We're on the field learning the basics. We're doing stance and start. We're doing the stuff that the basics right now. After this period, which ends in March. After March, then you get into the springtime. A lot of kids, they have spring ball, so I kind of give them a leeway with that. But I get into what I call my Overdrive Elite program. What the Overdrive Elite program is, it is a free program as long as I have the sponsorships and stuff like that.
So how can we sponsor, or how can me myself and how can my other TikTokers and everybody in the back and the front and the side? How can it become a sponsor?
So what they would do is you can go to and I have to still update my page on this with the website. I had another website that you can go to donate, and I'm transitioning right now so I can have everything in one place.
Right.
People don't have to be all over the place.
Right.
But you can contact myself personally. You can go to my Facebook page to contact me about it. You can go to the Cash App. You can go to the Venmo. Was Overdrive Academy or Overdrive Training on Cash App. But you can go to my webpage also, and you can contact us through the webpage and say, hey, I want to be a donor. And then donor. From that part, we'll go on from there. Some people want to be a sponsor, so where we take the logo of your business or whatever you got going on, and we put it on the apparel. So when we're traveling and doing our thing, you're being represented. Also.
Yeah, I think I want to be a sponsor. I mean, I need the Holistic Wellness Center on the back.
Yes, man. We get you hooked up.
we need that on the back.
But what it goes for now, but what it goes towards is a lot of these kids, they have the talent, they don't have the support. You see what I'm saying here? So you can be the best player in your school, but if you just at your school, who knows your name?
Who knows your name?
Who knows your name? And that's what it's about. So what we do is, as long as I can get the support for it, I take. This is the point where I can't just take any old body. Like I say, I'm not going to take the kid that really can't play like that and try to put them in front of the coaches at University of South Carolina, because they're going to look at me like,
what are you doing, King?
What you going, bro? Yeah. So I take the kids who I look at them and I say like, ooh, the talent. Either you got it
or you don't.
Or you don't. And there's a lot of them that got it. Yeah. And I want you a part of my team so that we can take care of you. We can polish you, and we can put you in the right position to be seen and be, get the exposure. And some of the kids, they just need a little push, and then they'll have it. So I want to look for the kids I can develop. Yeah. And then I want to look for the ones that's already got it, so that we can get in the same room. And I want and those kids, they receive free training. So the training is free for them. And also the apparel is free for them also. And we travel, we pay for their camps over, because June and July is college camp time. Yeah. That's college camp time. That's when these college camps are going, and they are looking for who they can bring up next. So what we do is I train my boys up. We get them out to these camps and stuff so that they can be seen, because a lot of times your school may not even take.
I was just about to say that.
No, you got some schools that pull up to these camps in buses.
Well,
now.
I don't think I'm here. I could talk a little bit
But
about
they
it.
all don't.
I could talk about Carlton. I haven't seen. CJ didn't go to any camps. Only camps he went to is when we went outside.
Yes.
Of Carlton County. Not saying they don't have it or they don't have it now, but then then they didn't have it, Coach King.
Well, some of the
but
schools
we had to kind of like go out when we did travel with Coach Antoine.
See, and I'm gonna tell you right here, big shout out to these doggone youth league coaches too. In the Skyfa, the Skyfa league. Man, listen, they ain't perfect.
Yeah,
but you got some doggone coaches out there.
Yeah.
You got some coaches out there, man. They knocking it out the park with their boys. They making sure them boys are out the streets. They making sure them boys inside the right programs. They make some of them coaches. They'll be at the school when the kid act up before the mom or the daddy.
You're right now.
And they make sure that come and they know how to talk to them too. Sometimes they ain't always come over here and let's talk for a second, man. What you doing? No, get your behind over here. You over here acting stupid, like you don't know how to act. But your mom don't even play with you like that. I don't even play with you like that. Or they gonna get down there with them. I know a couple of Coach Anton, Coach Spence. Man, like I said, there's some great programs out there with coaches who they will take those kids, and them kids don't even play for them no more. But guess what? You've been my kid when you were in youth league, and you my kid always and forever. So you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
You need to get out to these college camps. Come on, let's go.
Right, that's what we did with CJ. He Coach Antoine, and that's how we knew with First Baptist, and you came in, and the key part you said, God got to be in it.
Yeah,
you can be in a location and you scared to move out that location. And God got something big. Listen, God already got a plan is already there. Yep. You just gotta seek God on what the plan is, and that's what we had to do for CJ. Okay, God, what's the plan?
Yeah,
and he said, move from county to county.
A lot of these kids don't know what's outside of their city. They literally don't know that there's a lot of more life, a lot more this, a lot more that outside. They don't know what Columbia look like. They don't know what Orangeburg look like because they ain't never been from out the hood. But then as soon as you take them out and they get a little taste of that real world, man, I don't know if I want to sit out here and walk these streets all day. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to go back when we was over there.
Yeah.
We spent 2 hours over there in doggone Charlotte, North Carolina.
I
didn't know that was there though, and I want that. Yeah. So that's but in a nutshell, that's kind of what I do with the kids with the Overdrive Elite program is we get them out there and we get the kids in front of these college coaches, and not only do we and the reason why I started doing that is because I went to a college camp before and I had the opportunity to see what happens. And I'm looking like, oh my God, these kids are coming here to learn. This is the wrong place for you. These are for people who are ready. These are for people who trying to get a scholarship. They trying to get chosen now. Yeah,
and I remember with CJ, Coach Caldwell, Coach Caldwell, Coach Waters, and that's how he went now. He went to Carson Newman. And he went to that college camp.
And a lot of these college camps, they're mega camps. They have you go to one like University of South Carolina. You go to University of South Carolina camp. You ain't there just being looked at by University of South Carolina. You got about 30-something other, 40-something other, 50-something other. You got all these other colleges and coaches and schools coming there. So you got a one-stop shop, low key. So if you can hit about, and I try to do at least. I'll try to do 2 or 3 in June, maybe 2 and 3 in start of July. That's 6 camps. That's 6 major opportunities that these kids have had to be seen, to get the exposure. And like I say, I can only do what I can do. Yeah. So if I don't have the funding, if I don't have the resources, I can't do it all.
Excuse me.
You know what I'm saying? I should probably be out here doing so much more with getting funded. I don't have all
you can't train them and then on the backside,
I just can't do it by myself. And honestly, to have a team would be great.
Yeah.
But for me, and it stems from a lot of other stuff. It's hard for me to trust people because I can't. Boy, listen.
There you go.
Listen, you must use these kids, boo. I'm coming at you.
That's it.
I'm a very humble guy. Yeah. You can do whatever you want to do to me, low key. I'll walk back. I tell people all the time, I'll be the biggest punk I turn around from every fight. But if you mess with my family, you mess with these kids, I'm gonna holler at you.
Right.
At that point, I like I said, I like to be necessary.
Right.
I don't want to be. I'm gonna always be necessary for the moment.
You.
So, like I said, Jesus had to flip tables at one point.
He flipped tables now.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
flip
If
it.
I gotta
So you
do
gonna flip tables.
that, I got to shit. I pick the house up and mess with these dang on kids. Yeah, but they need
Big King,
somebody.
they'll bring Big King out.
Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna bring Big King. There you go. You're gonna bring Big King out.
They
And you
gonna
don't
bring
want
Big
to see
King out.
that boy because he
Yeah.
fool. He really is fool. But at the same time, we ain't that no more. But yeah. So summertime, that's what we're doing in the
Summertime.
summertime. And then when the season comes,
Yeah.
when we switch to the season, now they're playing.
Right.
So now when you're playing, a lot of kids understand you got to lift weights during the season.
Yeah.
But you can't just go heavy weights.
Right.
You got to know how to
What to
lift
do, yeah.
and still be able to practice and not get injured. Because if I'm out there lifting heavy, squatting
My
heavy,
God.
then my body's already taxed and
Yeah.
I'm at 45%, and I try to go out there and have a 2-hour
Yeah.
practice,
Sure.
man, I might get hurt and I might be done for the season.
Wow.
If I make the wrong moves, you know.
Wrong
So
move, right.
during the season, I offer my Sunday sessions, and that's really the only time because I'm in season also. But
Got
that
you.
Sunday is the one day we all got in common. I give God his time at
Yes,
first,
Lord.
and after church, shoot, anybody want to show up? We doing whatever we got to do. We got if
Right.
we need injury prevention, we need to get a little rehab in.
Right.
Sometimes the kids come and they just need to stretch. If that's a lot of these kids don't stretch, they don't know how to stretch. They thinking it's been here, do
Yeah.
a little bit of this. I'm ready, and that's
Yeah.
just not like that. You
This-
feel me?
CJ big on us when I go work out. Mom, did you scratch? I'm like, yeah, I didn't. Mom, you got to scratch. Mom, you got to scratch.
You sound like him.
You,
I was laughing because I can hear his voice.
Mom, you got to scratch. Mom, you got to scratch.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, CJ, I'm gonna scratch. And then we come home and he scratched me like, oh my God.
yeah.
And he showed me how to really scratch. I'm like, what was I doing?
And then you feel.
I do
it,
feel better now.
but afterwards you're just like,
Ooh,
oh, dang.
exactly.
But while you going through it,
Ooh, my God.
you don't like them like that at that point, do you?
Hey,
But it's
no.
beneficial for you. So we teach
It
the kids
is.
how to
That's
stretch
awesome.
properly, teach the kids how to lift properly. A lot of these kids, they don't know proper bench technique, squat technique, stuff like that. Get you hurt. It can weaken your joints and your knees and your ligaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hurt your muscle. It might not hurt while you're doing it, but 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now, you know what I'm saying? Now you feeling that pain.
Right.
You wondering where it's coming from. It ain't because of them new cleats you got that you broken into. It's because you didn't squat the wrong way for a whole week. Now your back hurt, your spine hurt,
everything hurt.
Yeah, stuff hurt.
Everything hurt. Everything hurt.
Yeah, you thinking because it's football. You ain't football and did you wrong. That gym did you wrong because you didn't know what to do.
That's good.
So we do that so that the kids can they stay in shape through the season because it's a rigorous season.
Right.
They're working their butts off. They doing what they got to do, and to be able to last. You ever seen some people? They during the season, they the first 5 games, or they all-star.
Yeah.
After that, they fall off.
Their
body's declining because they're not doing the things that they're not eating right.
Or in the game.
You can't go. You can't go a whole game.
You can't go a whole game.
Or they're just cramping all the time and stuff. You when you understand the right plan for you, because everybody don't have the same plan.
Right.
All right. Everybody's body is different. But when you understand the plan and stuff for yourself, then you know how to carry yourself throughout the season. So when you can still stay at your optimal performance in week 9, 10, 11, championship game, you're not just, oh man, I got to get through. Nah, you ready to roll. You good.
Speaking of championship, how did it feel to send, Pinewood Academy, you guys team and state champion?
It felt beautiful. It felt great.
That picture right quick.
It was something that I had never accomplished in my personal life of winning a championship as a player.
Yeah.
And it felt even better knowing that I could do it as a coach. But I also got my son. My son was a star player, and he played a major role in this.
Yeah.
And also, it was the school's very first championship.
Oh wow!
That's
major
in history. So my shout out to Devontae Holloman, shout out to Dan Seiden, shout out to all my guys over there at Pinewood that make do the Coach King. There's another Coach King. It's my boy. He cool,
Coach
man.
King.
There's another Coach King over there. Thomas King. To those guys, I mean we do amazing work over there at Pinewood. And the thing that I love the most about it over there is we can take all the best players.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the right fit.
Yeah.
You got to be academically the right fit. Your family got to be the right fit. Your mentality got to be the right fit. We're not just trying to take players and say, oh, you can help us win today. We're not just trying to win today. We're trying to win for life. We're trying to win all the way around. Because there's a lot of people out here, they just take kids. Oh, you good? Oh, come on. Oh, you big? Oh, come on. Oh, you fast? Oh, come on. And then you got the worst players mentally and the worst players spiritually ever.
My
but
God.
but as long as they can run, jump, and skip on that field,
Wow.
throw on that field,
Yeah.
oh, a lot of them coaches, okay, cool,
Yeah.
you can make me look good. Then come on.
Right, and I'm glad you made a good point just now, and y'all we pull it in, y'all. When you said spiritual, because it's like holistic, mind, body, spirit, and soul. So you deal with Overdrive Academy as along with other one. You are dealing with the whole entire person, the whole entire kid,
Yes,
the whole entire student athlete.
It is physical. Yes, it's physical, but
Yeah.
it's more mental and
Mental.
emotional than anything.
Yeah.
Why they say emotional? Emotional don't mean crying. Emotional don't mean that I'm over here sad. Emotional means that when I just got a big play, and this fourth quarter, and there's 1 minute left. We on the 30-yard line, and now my running back just ran that ball down to the 1-yard line, and all we got to do is just push it in there. It's 1st and goal. But guess what happened after the play? Some kid punched me.
Ooh.
Some kid hit me. The referee didn't throw a flag. I hit that kid. Ref throw the flag. Now we backing it up. Now we ain't on the goal line no more.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's 4th down. It's 4th down. We going for it.
Yeah.
And the quarterback make a big old throw. And next thing you know, the receiver dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So now it's supposed to be our ball. But guess what? Boy, you hit the quarterback late. All because you was mad at the quarterback because they talking trash. Now you gonna do something stupid. Now
you're right.
What? 1st down. Now they kept the ball. We were supposed to keep the ball, get the ball back, and win the game.
Wow.
But because I couldn't control my emotions, because I gotta show you I'm just bigger and better than you.
Yeah.
And now guess what? So you done did something stupid. Now they got the ball. They kept the ball. They got a 1st down. They got a chance to score and maybe possibly win the game.
I've seen it a lot in high school football. Haven't seen much yet in college football, but high school where the team they're fighting.
Yeah.
So you and when you said that, they had an aha moment. Like you're right, it is spiritual as well. You got to deal with how telling them how to deal with the emotion.
Yeah.
So what does that look like for you? Telling your training your kids and saying, okay, if this happened, are you warning them?
No. Honestly, I'm the worst thing that they'll see. Because if you can get through me, ain't nothing on that field but about you. That's all. That's like you're a parent, right?
Yeah.
If I'm gonna cut your behind, and I'm gonna show you that the consequences of your actions are, then you're gonna realize that it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I'm gonna show you it's not worth it. You didn't work too hard to sit here and do something stupid, to mess up the team, to give up a win, to mess up your own name.
Right.
Now you known as that kid that can't control himself, that kid that's always crashing out. You know what I'm saying? So if you're known as that person, ain't nobody want to deal with you. Ain't nobody want to deal with you. You know, so it's that's how it is. I gotta make sure that these kids understand full circle. This thing is not just, I got talent on the field. I'm physically, I'm a good talent. It's not all about that all the time. Sometimes can you sit down and watch the guy behind you put in work too?
My God.
Can you do that? A lot of players can't do that. A lot of players, it's gonna be how much, coach, I gotta pass the ball. Ain't nobody pass me the ball. I don't got enough touchdowns. This person got that much touchdowns. I gotta do this so I can say, well, you know what, a real baller don't care about that. You know why? Because they believe in themselves. And I know when I touch that rock, I'm gonna do my thing. I don't gotta whine and complain and be a little baby about stuff, because guess what? I'm cool. He gonna pass me the ball. And maybe the coach's game plan is we got to stay away from passing you the ball, because they got their best player on you. And guess what? Not only is the best player on you, they know you good. So now they got one man on you. They got somebody on the top to make sure that if you get beat, then somebody else gonna be right there.
Wow.
And that's called respect. A lot of players don't understand when they're getting respect on the field. They feel like because coach ain't giving me the ball that he don't like me. No, the other team just know you so good that they double, triple, quadruple team me. My son gets double teamed. My son gets double teamed every game.
Wow.
My son gets triple teamed every game. Because if you put him one-on-one with somebody, he gonna kill him. He gonna kill him. So guess what? The person on the other end of him, that's when he gonna go off. Because now they focus on my boy. And we don't brag on it.
Right.
We just do our thing and we keep it pushing, baby.
Keep it pushing.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Hey guys, you've tuned in with Tea Talk with Prophetess. Why? We're going to take a quick break, y'all, and we're going to come back with some church announcements. Y'all, we're going to pay some bills. All right, y'all. Be back in a second. Hey guys, we are back in living color with the one and only Coach King in the building on Tea Talk with Prophetess. Why? Y'all listen right quick. On March 15th, yeah, y'all, March 15th, 2025, Takima Bowers, y'all listen, this girl in the entrepreneur world, and this girl on, y'all know she's still on the runway, y'all. So she's in a play with some others of the low country, and it is What Kind of Man Is This? My producer will get me, y'all. I keep hitting the mic. You're not talking with my hand, right? So what kind of man is this? So after this live, y'all, we're going to go back in and see who shared 7 times, and you get free tickets, y'all. It's going to be amazing. It's clean comedy. It's a great way, y'all, to go out and support the community. Yeah, y'all. It's going to be at the Colleton County Civic Center, y'all, and March 15th. So y'all, right quick, the tickets, y'all. If you get it in advance, it's 25. If you wait at the door, you a last minute person, you're gonna pay that $30, y'all. But I promise you, it's going to be worth it, y'all. Also, you guys, Takima Bowers agency, y'all. She said, join my dream team. It's bigger, y'all. You want to make some more money? Yeah, y'all. You want to growth and opportunities? Yeah, y'all. You want a flexible schedule? Be your own boss? Unlimited potential earnings. Reach out to the Takima Bowers agency at 404-450-8043. She's an insurance broker. Yeah, y'all. Also, you guys, Mara Allen, she's has a credit counseling and repair service. Her package, y'all, includes y'all credit repair, right? Removing all reported any negative items, y'all. Yeah, y'all, the girl is bad now. I have to admit, y'all. My score jumped, y'all. Listen, after my husband, y'all went through that leukemia experience. Listen, and got healed. Come on, somebody. Amen. There's life. There's life after cancer, y'all. There's a financial side people don't know about, but nevertheless, she got us right. And also, y'all, she have credit building, understanding credit cards. How many of you out here need to understand what that credit card you got, the interest rate, all that stuff, y'all? Amen. Especially my college students, y'all. Listen, when I went to college, that's the first thing they sent, a bunch of credit cards. All right, y'all. Also, disputing inquiries, all that stuff, and updating your information. And I love this part here, y'all. This is a whole class by itself. Understanding the difference between revolving accounts and installment accounts. Reach out to Myra Allen at 843-599-7595. Now, y'all, listen, I'm gonna come close. Y'all know I'm very transparent and I'm real, y'all, right? So listen now, that tax money you about to get, or you should have been about to get. Well, I don't think we got it yet. You about to get. Listen, take out that, y'all. Reach out. I'm telling you, reach out and use some of that money, y'all. That's an investment. You're investing in you. All right. So reach out to Myra Allen, reach out to Takima Bowers, and put some of that money. I know it's your money. You can do what you want to do, but I'm just trying to help you out. Go ahead, invest in you. And listen, you setting up a legacy. Come on, somebody. All right, y'all. So we have Coach King here in the building, and y'all, we're winding it up. Coach King, I just love your passion. I love passion. I love your resilience. Amen. For the kids, not only kids, for the parents. Because you said you mentor parents too.
Got to. I think that's actually a big part of what we need in our community.
Yeah.
A lot of parents, and there's a lot of parents out here just trying to figure it out too.
You
know what I mean? Like I said, when it comes to raising the kids, there ain't even no blueprint, no book that says, "Hey, you doing the right." Sometimes you want to know, like, "Am I doing the right thing?"
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Mental health is big. That's something that we all need. I'm huge on mental health.
Yeah.
Because of the concussions from football. So it opened my eyes up to being able to function mentally. Because as we talked about earlier, your mind tells your body what to do.
It sure
does. And if your mind bad, then it's a lot of things go bad too.
It sure can now.
Yeah.
And it too, by mentoring the parents, that helps the kid.
That helps the kid. Yes.
Everybody on one accord.
Yeah. And it's sometimes some people don't want to step in it sometimes because they feel like but somebody got to do the work.
Gotta do the work.
Just like how you do every day of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you come Sunday and you make it come full circle, make it all make sense to certain people that you had to talk to throughout the week. But, somebody got to do the work. And it ain't just like being a pastor, being a mentor, being a coach. It ain't easy.
Listen,
it ain't easy.
And Coach King ain't just on Sundays.
That's right. That's why I say every day.
We that pastor, we get in the trenches and we go to the schools.
Right.
Apostle Curtis, right quick. And I'm boasting in the Holy Ghost. Amen. For the single women in our ministry, they don't go by themselves. Me and him, we go to parent conference meetings.
Nice.
Yeah, you have to, because we want that school, we want that principal, we want that counselor, we want those teachers to see that there's a village. See that there's a male figure. So we believe in doing that as well. So when you see your trainees, I'll say, when you see them out there doing, like Kurt, for instance, out there, college football, out there in Tennessee, and some other players you said as well. This could be rhetorical. How does that make you feel? Like, listen, like I played a part, not to like you bragging or anything, but how does it make you feel? Like, like, wow, I played a part in that kid's life. Is it
proud?
Yeah,
just proud. I mean, I as you can see, I'm not a boastful, bragging type of person.
Yeah.
I got to remain humble, because at any moment, anything can happen. Yeah. Everything I've been working for can be taken away. That's one thing that taught me.
Learn.
Somebody asked me, they said, how in the world do you still smile through all of this? This. You know what I'm saying? One, that's just who I am. That's how I am. But I got God, man.
Yeah.
And it ain't over. I'm breathing. I'm here. You're talking right now.
Right.
So there's no need for me to sit here and stay down when I can spend that time trying to get things to go up.
Yeah.
Trying to pick myself up, trying to get things to stay right, but I'm just proud of those boys. It's a decision that they are constantly making to keep pushing, keep doing the right thing, because at any moment they can go left. You know how many other kids will go to college, then they right back home. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's pride. I'm proud. I'm just proud of those boys. I can't say that's all it is. I'm just so proud.
So you have one right now that's on YouTube. Big Kurt.
Big Kurt.
What do you want to say to Big Kurt?
Man, I want to say, Big Kurt, I love that boy. I want to say right now, Big Kurt, if you're looking, man, I love you, dog. I love you because you always remain you. You got a lot of influences around you everywhere you go, but no matter what, your parents instilled a strong foundation in you, kid, and you stick to it, and you constantly make the choice to do what's right. And it's not easy. It is, it's easy to say, nope, I'm not going to get up. It's easy to say, no, I'm not going to keep on doing things because I want to do this. My flesh want to do that. And I want to, but then you stay the same course, not saying he's perfect.
Right.
But you'll know what kind of son you got. And, and everybody watching know what
everybody
kind of
watching, right.
But I'm proud of you, Kurt. Man, through the ups and downs, you just keep God first, as you always do. Remember that you always got your village to fall back on, and you are never going to be alone. No matter when you can be in the room by yourself, and you still ain't alone. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I'm proud of you, dude. I'm proud of all of the kids that came through the Overdrive Academy program. I'm proud of the kids that are making strides now as we speak to keep things going. And I just pray and hope that the more kids get the opportunity to have a mentor in their life and to have a place where they can go and feel safe.
Right.
And they don't have to be judged, and they understand. And that's the one thing I teach my kids is, you're not perfect. They come to me and we do drills and they mess up and they go, oh my God, and they crash out. And I love when they crash out. Yeah. Because then I get to remind you, bro, who asked you to be perfect?
Right.
Who asked you to be perfect? I asked you to get better.
Yeah.
I never said be perfect.
Yeah.
Because if you perfect, I really don't want to deal with you.
Right.
All right.
That's it then now. So I was going to ask this question, how do you, because now they're still a family. So how do you balance? Ladies, don't go in the inbox because there's a wifey there's a wifey. Right quick, if wifey is looking, you got to call names and answer if you want to. Just look at that camera.
Her name just now, too.
Well, if you want to, if she's okay with it.
Ashante know who she is. Everybody that matters know exactly what's
going
on.
So look in that camera and send a shout out to your booth.
Oh, Shante know what's up, baby. She take care of the household. She take care of the family. She makes sure the kids are good. She makes sure I'm good. Let me tell you one thing about her. And I don't put my life out there like that a lot,
don't.
but and I cherish her because I always tell
Yeah.
her, you're the one woman that has loved me when I don't have it all. You know what I'm saying? That stuck by my side there's a lot of people and that's why it's hard for me to drift away if I was trying to drift away, because I know what it's like for people to love me for what I got.
Come on.
I never knew what it was like for somebody to love me when I don't have.
That part right there.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep that dear to me. You know,
that's it.
And she could never lose her place in my heart.
Amen.
Ever. Nobody could step to her. Nobody, because you better not try her.
Yeah.
You better not mess with her. You better not come for her.
Yeah.
Because that's when I got to step for it.
Yeah. So don't go in the inbox, ladies. He's already spoken for it, wifey. But then this question I want to ask before we shift to the end: how do you balance, with that life where you're a coach, then also family?
I feel like, my partner told me, Devontae Holloman, he's the head coach over there at Pinewood. He was like, man, we talk back as men. We talk back and forth. We gotta keep each other right. He give me some tips, I give him some tips. And one thing he said that really set the tone. You gotta set the tone.
Yeah.
When you move in a certain way and you got people depending on you, or you got a family, your family need to understand what you're doing so they'll understand how to play their role.
Oh,
you understand what I'm saying?
That's good.
If I'm over here with $1 million dreams, but you over here with dollar bill thoughts, you know what I'm saying? It's I gotta help you understand why I'm moving the ways I'm moving, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and how we, because if you understand, if my kids understood something, even my kids understand when daddy's gone or when daddy's need extra rest. I want to go outside and play, but hey, I need some rest.
Right.
And a lot of parents, they try to overcompensate for something.
Right.
So they try to do everything with the kids and for the kids. Like, hey, remember, if you ain't worth nothing, then you can't give them nothing.
You talking right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Can't pour from an empty cup.
I can't pour from an empty cup. I'm not saying neglect them, but I'm saying, hey, if you're not right, then all that spending time with them, you want to park with them, but you just sitting on the bench rather than playing with them. Because you ain't got the energy. Get the energy. Get your rest. Communicate. Make sure that the household understands what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
There's no football season.
Hey, football season, don't play with me.
Yeah.
I got to do what I got to do. After football season, even when I ain't gonna lie, even when football games on, Sunday, leave me alone. I won't watch my football. I got a football household, so every TV on football. Every TV on football.
So what team are you? Is there a particular team you're rooting for?
No.
Don't say the Eagles. I mean, because
we pulling for Eagles Sunday, baby.
Listen. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I'm a Giant, but guess what? They got Saquon Barkley over there. Saquon was my running back. I love Saquon to death, man.
Yeah.
When I played, my running back was Marshawn Lynch, beast mode with the Seahawks. And I love a great running back, and Marshawn was there. So I see us with Saquon with the Giants, and I'm like, man, my Giants ain't doing nothing. This boy getting hurt. He ain't even getting. He frustrated.
That's your team. That's your team.
Man, and I was like, man, but I love football, and I like common sense.
It
don't make no sense for him to be over there with the New York Giants, so we ain't doing right by him.
Yeah.
So when he went to the Eagles, I'm low-key an Eagle fan because I love seeing that boy play his best ball. I love seeing him do what he do.
Right.
And trust me, man, like he is where he needed to be. So we do pull for the Eagles in the household. My team is the Giants and Seahawks. I played for the Seahawks also, so they got picked up as a team. My son's team was Seahawks, of course, because when he was coming up, I was with the Seahawks.
Right.
But I'll tell you, I pull for the Giants, but they got to give me something to believe in for me to keep pulling. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right. So do you still have your jerseys and everything from?
I got my Seahawks jersey. I got my Carolina Gamecocks jersey.
So what number? What was your number?
76 with the Gamecocks, 77 with the Seahawks.
And the thing about it is, because I'm looking like, and when I saw the pictures, I'm like, because CJ number, that's 77. I'm like, okay. Amen. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. You said you're rooting for the Eagles on tomorrow.
For the Eagles, Sorry for the Cowboys. I ain't got nothing. Listen, I don't got to talk about no Cowboys. Everybody else ain't nothing to talk about.
Coach K, you never come on my podcast now and go that now with the Cowboys now.
I am.
You're not gonna go ahead now.
You told me it was okay to talk.
It sounded like you're stuttering though, right there.
Oh no, ain't no stutter there. Ain't no stutter.
Sound like you stuttered when you said the Cowboy, like you were stuck. And you said earlier when you stuttered at me, you ain't telling the truth. So, you believe in the star.
I believe all Cowboy fans are Christians. Because you gotta have a strong faith to keep on thinking you're gonna go to the Super Bowl next year. I'm sorry.
Yo, listen. You know how it's doing in church and say, I want to do right so I can invite it back in, invite it back on. Coach King, I want you to come back to my podcast, Coach King. But real talk, yeah. So y'all doing the food thing, wings. Listen, Coach Antoine, we tried his restaurant. Oh my God. He's doing his thing out there in Charleston. Coach Antoine. Yeah.
I love that restaurant.
I'm like,
listen, great food. Great food.
Yeah, now I said, all right, now he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing as well. Before we close out, I want you to look in that camera again and give your final thoughts to children, parents, people, just life in general. One of your key phrases you love saying that can help us.
I'm just gonna spit off what's on my brain. First off, when it comes to the kids, you got to do what you got to do for you, regardless. You know, you listen to your parents, and you know, even when it comes to the parents, you got to make sure that your kid is able to listen to you, because parents ain't always the one that they need to listen to sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. You know, but the kids, you got to have something about yourself to keep on pushing. You got to be able to get your education. Education is number one. That's something literally. Education is a possession which you cannot be robbed of. They can take your money, they can take your body, they can't take your mind at all. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd, quote unquote, because I'm a nerd. You know, I did my schoolwork, and if I needed help, I said I needed help. I got help. There's nothing wrong with doing the right things. And if you're around folks that don't want to do the right thing, there's nothing wrong with separating yourself from those people. All right. There's nothing wrong with that. As for the parents, it's not too late for you to start walking right. You got to do what you got to do. And, you know, you don't always have to be set in your ways. These kids are looking up to you. They're looking for you. They really are, and they need us. These children need us. These children are the future. These children are going to be the ones that's going to shape this world. And we got to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we're in position so that we can lead them. All right. And, you know, for a lot of these parents out here who are not in your kids' lives, it's not too late to step in. But I promise you, don't wait too late to where the kid don't care no more, because that is a thing to where they don't even care to call you mama or daddy. They can call you Mr. Marcus or something like that. And yeah, you know, but my main thing is we all got something going on. We all struggling just to make it in this world. We don't have to fight each other. I promise you, if we was to work together, that'll be a more scarier scene for more people than you even think, is if we all was to work together. Think about how many things in this world come to divide us and to keep us distracted. Then you realize that there's a lot more of that stuff out there than there is things that bind us together. And that is for a reason. That is on purpose and for a reason. We work together in this world to help each other stay up, to help each other mentally, emotionally, physically stay right. Man, there ain't nothing that we can't do. We could go live on the moon if we wanted to.
You said you just run into my Tuesday podcast, a young lady coming out from North Carolina, and we're talking about Black history. And you just said a portion right then. And
Black history. I think Black history needs to run along with Black excellence. I'm telling you, it's not. The history is history, but there's still more history.
Come on, it's more history than me.
And if we work together, like I say, I'm a person that I love Black history. I love Black excellence. I love Black people. But guess I love all people.
All people. Man. That's
I'm gonna be real. I love all people.
That's it.
And I don't have no bias in my heart towards nobody. You know. Just our people can be just as wrong as the next race and the next and the next and whatever.
That's it.
And you know, accountability is my number one thing.
That's it.
Please hold yourselves accountable.
That's it.
If you don't know why, hold yourself accountable. Find somebody that will hold you accountable.
Say that again, because we do this by ourselves.
If you don't want to hold yourself accountable, find somebody that will hold you accountable, because I promise you, nobody does everything right. Because if you got somebody in your corner saying, yeah, okay, oh, you all right, promise you that's a bandwagon friend. And as soon as you don't benefit them no more, they out the door.
Out the door. Mentorship is so important, y'all. So important. You guys know I have a mentorship group with ladies. Yeah, ladies. It's been now going for the past 7 years. Nice. And these ladies is Prophetess mentorship group. And I do a mind, body, spirit, and soul. Every month they gotta send me goals, and I do one-on-ones. I need to see what you're thinking. I need to see where your head at. You know, if I'm on Facebook and I see something and God let me run across, I'm like, listen, we need to do something. We need to take that down. You know, you building a brand. You are a business. You know, so it's in it. There's scriptures. They gotta do a book for the month, and they gotta give me an essay. What did you get? out of that book for the month? What did you learn? What is God? Because every book for the month they choose, God is speaking to them in that book.
I'm gonna have to come interview
Yeah.
you one day. Have to come
Yeah.
cross examination.
Yeah. So I'm a little tough now with them. Yeah, I'm a little tough, but I believe in mentorship. I believe in accountability, and I do, and I do teaching and that stuff like as well too. If they're married, if they're single, it's all. I just dig in, and I believe in it's going in the trenches, getting it. We got married young. We were teenagers. We'd be celebrating 30 years this May 31st.
Amen.
So there's a lot that I can tell them. Tell them. Listen, I was just telling when I did a podcast with my cousin, and we got married in high school, and my senior year I did ROTC, and I was ready. My cousin, we visit Morris College and that, but I had to tell her I can't go. I was pregnant. So you listen, but you got to pick up the pieces and you got to go. You got to press. You got to push. So that's why we so hard on our children. My husband come to the street, Savannah, being hood, raising the hood. He did the hood and the street thing.
I know how that like.
So he had to teach CJ, so it's a part about that, but he's still a part I love, and I didn't want to make it about us, but the part that I love is when it was time to get CJ to the next level, he understand I gotta go to where I can get it. So where he get these other coaches and he get the Overdrive Academy, I believe all of it is necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
Having someone come in because your kids can get comfortable with your voice. They shouldn't, but some can.
Right.
But when they get another voice, now they get you like former NFL player, and now they know you ain't faking it. They know you live it.
Right.
So they have, not say they don't respect their parents, but they have a little more respect on it. Like, okay, well, he know what he's talking about. Like, I need to listen to him. So that's why God's gonna allow you to draw so many other kids, like you said earlier, not just African American, all. Because the videos we showed the clip tonight, it's all race.
That we all got something that we can bring to the table, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's why things don't work full circle, because like I said, black people try to stick with let's get this black thing going on.
Yeah, black power.
Hey, white people got some stuff that you can learn from too.
That's right.
And then you got some Chinese and some this and some that and that. Man, you put all them ingredients in that pot, boy, you got a heck of a goddamn gumbo there.
You're right. You're right. Because when our daughter came to us, and nothing against HBC, y'all, but she was like, no, y'all not going to any college I want to go. I want to go to here. We're like, well, you got more money on this side. Yeah, but I don't want to go. I want to go here. And we felt like, man, like, oh God, this girl going to a predominant, like Lord have mercy. But we had to lift our hands. And
let me tell you about a little bit. I ain't mean to stop the ending of the show. I'm sorry, but man, listen, there was some people that had some flack with me about not having my son in public school. I can't go to private school.
Yeah,
not because he can't handle public school.
Come on,
I've worked in public school, and I don't knock public school.
Yeah,
but public schools around where I'm from, their number one thing is not education, and it's not on purpose. They got to worry about safety first and ordinance. First off, who got guns, knives, and drugs?
Wow,
we got to worry about that first before we can even teach, because that's a thing in the schools.
Right, right.
Then ordinance. Can I get these kids to sit down and be quiet? Because you got kids cursing the teachers out. You really, man, listen, if these kids were to write some of y'all, if these teachers were to write some of y'all kids up for everything they did, they'd be expelled 6 times over in a different school. I'm telling you, I've seen
my God.
I put my son somewhere where he can focus on his education.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you're a baller, the schools will find you. You're going to play D1 ball. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to play D1 ball.
Yeah.
I need you to get the education, son. And I need you to be able to focus.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So when the opportunity came for him to do that, for that make that happen, oh yeah, we made that happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of people are like, why you don't come down here and coach at North Charleston and do this and do that?
Yeah.
And I understand all of that, but I'm not doing what's best for me. I'm doing what's best for my kids.
Right.
So sending him to where he can focus on school now versus having to pick it up on the back end, cram everything in the senior season, because now I'm not doing that.
That's another podcast. That's a whole other podcast right there.
Yeah,
it's jamming in that senior year. I'm done. Listen, we gotta get Coach King back on T-Talk with Prophetess. Why? Because you just said something right there. Jamming in that senior year, trying to, and then now nothing.
A lot of people think you're supposed to come back and owe the hood something.
Ooh,
that's what I'm saying. Oh, we gotta stay here with it, man. Listen, I ain't gonna leave. I'm gonna leave that alone. I love my hood. But
I know that's right. That's a shirt, right? That's a shirt.
Yeah.
I love my hood.
Yeah, I love my hood.
That's a t-shirt right there, y'all. I love my hood. Y'all look straight out of North Charleston, right? That's
Straight
what
out
they
of North
straight
Charleston,
out.
straight off the Macon. People understand what the Shakora Cherokee area. Let me be politically correct.
All right now.
But everybody who knows, if you know, you know. We from the Macon. Yeah.
Because I was like, Macon, Georgia. You're like, no.
Plymouth Ave.
Because I was like, you could tell I ain't from the Macon. Because I'm thinking Macon, Georgia. My aunt, Air Force served out there in Macon, Georgia. And I was
exactly what you talking about.
yeah, I know. And that's what I thought. He's like, no. I have family, Browns on Reynolds Avenue.
Might know who.
A lot of them over there.
I promise you, I know your people.
Our family reunion, we went to Naughty. I was like, okay.
Promise you, I know
I understand why there's a little, sometimes she just come out, I try to keep her dead. She gotta stay dead now, y'all. But sometimes she try to come out, or y'all make her come out. Nevertheless, y'all listen. Thanks so much for Coach King coming, but we have some gifts, y'all. I know y'all. Listen, I ain't watched the clock, y'all. Listen, I was nervous at first, like, what are we gonna talk about? But I have my notes here now. CJ, listen, I did a little homework. All right.
You got me over here wondering now.
Wondering? All right, so Coach King, so we have some gifts here. So I try to personalize every gift that I give each guest. And I'm like, okay, I'm going into the stores I used to go into, and I'm like, these are, I can't give them no girly cup. What I'm going to do? So God point me in direction where we got you. Yeti cup. Now, y'all listen now. I promise you.
Come up, pack them.
So I promise y'all, I'm a little extra now. I believe in honey, but listen, when you get home, if you already know what Manuka honey is, listen, it's some good honey. Some real good honey. You don't even need a lot. Real talk. All right, so we got you some honey, Manuka honey.
I go with my tea.
And we also have some tea. We know you on the field, right? Football season about to come up. So we got some natural herbs energy, y'all. Energy.
Let's go.
Then also, I dug a little deeper. I'm like, you know what? Why he out there? Because I saw where when we reached out to make sure everything was still lined up for stuff, and you said you were a little under the weather. But then I looked the very next day and I saw you on the field practicing. And I'm like, this guy, something, rain, sleet, snow, whatever. If he under the weather, he got on top of the weather real quick because he had the kids out there and working on. So what I did was, and y'all know I'm country and southern, right? I got you some Coach White blend. I got you some sour sop in there. I got you some moringa. Yeah, some sour sop and some moringa. I got a little bit of bay leaves. People sleeping on bay leaves. Bay leaves are actually good for you as well. So actually, sour sop came straight out of Cameroon. I have a young lady that's coming on Tuesday. And so she said, Yolanda, and she said, what do you want? I said, I want some sour sop. Now I know we can get it around here, but I need some authentic, that real thing. So she went and she got it because out there, those other countries, it's right in their backyard.
Yes.
Right. So when you open it, you smell it, you like, this is some real sour sop. So I got that as well. Sour sop and some moringa. Moringa is a healing. So I wanted to make sure, we wanted to make sure on Tea Talk with Prophetess Y podcast that you were set for the football season.
I thank y'all.
We want to do that.
You had me at the Yeti Cup, and it just kept getting better and better. I appreciate everything. So much. I thank you. Thank y'all.
We thank you for coming on. And you got to have some energy for them kids out there.
You think I am about this? I drink coffee. And you know what? I'm gonna take a break off that coffee, and I'm gonna put this inside my regimen, and I'm gonna let you know exactly how this do me.
Let me know how you do.
Yes, ma'am.
This cup as well, that was personally purchased for you, is your cup as well. I was like, I cannot. And y'all see how you move? You see y'all see that star right there? Y'all see that? Let me move over this. Y'all, let me move these tickets so y'all can remember. So next year, when we make to the Super Bowl, y'all know we're gonna talk trash.
I ain't gonna do that to you, Star. I ain't gonna be like that. Y'all do it to yourselves already.
Yeah. So y'all, and also I have this action right here as well, the eucalyptic. What it does is it pulls the toxin out of the air. So I'm gonna pack up this eucalyptic as well. So you guys can put it in the house, and any toxin and anything, it pulls all that stuff. It's like serious? I'm serious. It's fresh. Whole Foods fresh.
I'm just gonna sit here and
Whole Foods fresh, but it'll pull anything out the house as well. We want to make sure you right and the family right while we finishing up these winter months.
Thank you. So,
All
but
right.
listen, I
So
got
there's no water, nothing in it. All right.
it's me.
Yeah, that's you right there.
I
Amen. Some
thank you
eucalyptus as
so much.
well.
I appreciate every single last thing. I tell you,
Amen.
thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having me. Thank you for the gifts. Thank y'all for listening. And I love y'all, and I can't express as it as much. I don't know what to say.
You can have my table now.
You're gonna have to pay me to take that.
You can't have my table. Y'all, you heard he trying to act like, can I have the table? Y'all, listen, the mic picked it up, Coach.
Does anybody want this table?
Oh.
No, let me stop. You see,
you can't have the table. You said you want what? No.
if I wanted to get rid of some, if I want to get rid of some good energy, then I'll take the table. But
Listen. Listen. My producer say, y'all, you're not gonna break my table apart. He got the Miami Dolphin one. The church bought it for us. Yeah, he got my Miami Dolphin and the kids, and that's the kids. The church bought this one for me, and he had Miami Dolphins, and it says his Apostle Curtis on it. Y'all, listen, you'd have tuned in tonight with Tea Talk with Prophetess Y. We have former NFL player Jarriel King in the building. We thank God he came and he shared his story. Like I said, maybe tea for you, but it's a book. Books. Ain't no book, y'all. Books for him. And what we do, Coach King, is if you want the transcript, when you are ready to do your book, we'll pull the transcript and we'll give it to you as well. Sometimes when you're on Tea Talk with Prophetess Y, some things, some areas that you pull out that you know, as in randomly writing later on, it's like you're getting some good, if that makes sense. So if you do want that transcript, it is available as well. So y'all listen, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for tuning in on tonight. Don't forget before you leave out, y'all know how mama and daddy tell us now. Y'all and grandmama, granddaddy them. Now wipe your foot out. As you come in, you wipe your foot off, right? But now make sure now you pick up your trash now before you leave out the house. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to share this video. It's going to bless somebody. Not just in your inbox, because some of y'all messy now. Y'all messy now. Don't think I ain't see it. You're messy. But I share it to your walls. Amen. So Coach King's testimony can bless your child, your grandchild, your nephew, your niece, Lottie Dottie, and everybody. All right, you guys. We love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in with Tea Talk with Prophetess Y podcast. And we see you guys. Y'all, listen, I forgot. One before we go. Habakkuk 2 and 2. Y'all, how y'all remind me? Come on, how y'all remind me? We got to do Habakkuk 2 and 2 right quick. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm trying to hurry up now. I want to bless you before you go off. I want to end what you guys know we end with a scripture. Let me do it right quick. And we about to head on out. All right, Habakkuk 2, 2nd chapter, 2nd and 3rd verse. And it says this, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, if some versions, that he may run that readeth it. 3rd verse, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, come on, somebody type at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass. It will not tarry. Y'all listen, write the vision, make it plain. Just as God told Habakkuk to do that thing, write that vision, you write it. Because guess who's reading it? God is reading it. Who else? The angels. And guess what? You're looking at it. So you can run with that vision. Amen. Don't forget to always believe in you. This is Prophetess Y. Love you guys. See you guys on the next podcast.